Hi. Like, good morning, beautiful people. It is Monday, the 28th of November. Welcome to TDA, the day after your favourite news platform and the home of popular culture, as defined by the culture. And of course, we are hosted by the best. The best being that there's only two of us. So I am Justine, your fitness queen representing the Black Queens.
Okay, and they call me E-Man, the pro-Black activist, TDA producer and news analyst, Melanin Jam-Packed. How are you?
I'm good.
Good?
I'm great.
Taking on a new role today?
I know.
How's it
Pressure.
feel?
I'm nervous, guys.
People, you need to show some support in the chat, you know?
Please, I'm shy. It's literally a please, I'm shy moment today.
I think the people know you're not shy.
Do you know what? I actually am, you know. I know I say, so basically, Eamon, I have this thing on Instagram. It's please, I'm shy. Like I say it all the time.
Okay.
And like if someone compliments me, if someone says something, it's just please, I'm shy. It's a Ghanaian thing, innit? But people think, nah, you're not shy. But I actually am a shy person.
Okay. Brent, do you confirm this?
Yeah. She has
I'm actually shy.
imposter syndrome too.
Yeah. So what? Like just because I'm loud, it's like a cover up. Do you know what I mean? You know when it's like your defense mechanism. It's to kind of throw people off. But yeah, generally speaking,
You're shy.
I'm a shy person.
Interesting.
So yeah.
You know, people assume that you are too, man, because you don't speak.
Yeah.
Until you know they meet you and you talk to them and all right, okay, it's just man.
You are quiet though.
Yeah,
like,
I'm definitely quiet, I think.
You don't. I feel like if it's a topic you're passionate about and you want to speak on, you'll speak. But I think you don't just talk for talking's sake.
Nah, I definitely don't do that.
Yeah.
Nah, I don't see the point.
I hear it. Some people don't like silence though. Do you know what I mean?
They're
you know how like
uncomfortable.
some people are very talkative, but it's because they don't like silence and they find silence awkward. But I don't mind silence though.
I love silence, man. I love silence. It's like, I don't see why people feel uncomfortable in silence, though.
Because maybe they feel awkward.
Yeah, but...
Yeah.
I guess everyone's different.
Like, could you sit around someone and just not speak?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, that's pretty much my default.
Really?
Yeah, if there's nothing to say, I don't need to find something to say.
So you won't be like, oh, so about them roses.
Nah, not at all.
But when you go out, man, are you normally around people that are more socially generous?
Yeah, than me.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so I guess they don't really feel it's weird for you to just stand there.
You said stand there like he's standing there like a standing man.
Exactly.
Like a standing man.
Yeah, you look like a standing man.
I told them during the week that you have a book of rhymes.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, there was somebody in the chat room that asked you to please drop Safe Blood.
Oh, my.
Can you remember Safe Blood?
Yeah. How many years ago was that, though?
That's
like
like forever, man.
Yeah, that's a long time ago, man.
Yeah.
That's a very, very long time ago.
You gonna drop a quick 8 bar this morning?
Nah, that's very unlikely.
No?
Nah.
I'm not gonna lie, I find it so interesting that you rap though.
Why?
Because you're quiet.
Do
you get what I mean?
Yeah. Makes
So
sense.
to hear that you rap and stuff, it's just like, oh, you got confidence, huh? No, but you know what I mean? It's like...
But is it the confidence for you to spit on the spot though, Emmanuel?
I mean, I could, but to be honest with you, like, it's been a while and I haven't written that for
Can
years.
you remember any of your bars though?
If I really, really try, probably.
You really can. It's 8 bars. You obviously
No,
can.
do you know what the thing is, yeah? And even if Brent remembers it, yeah, like, he will be able to confirm, yeah. When I write, after I record it, I've forgotten it.
Really?
Yeah, it's literally one of those things where it's like I'm writing, I memorize it, record it, and then that thing is now gone. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. I only remember it because I have to listen to it to maybe perform it or do the video or something. But besides that, it's gone.
Really?
Yeah.
I think if only I knew how to write music here, I think I'd be great.
Isn't that everybody?
No, hold on. No. Don't do that. I think I'd be great. I have great stage presence. Great stage presence.
Yeah,
I
think you
do.
yeah.
Excuse me?
Yeah, I think you do.
Oh, I actually do. Like if I do karaoke, you see how Six was saying how she went karaoke and she bodied it. That's me.
Serious?
Yeah. When I go if I go karaoke or anything, I literally I come alive. And even with like my classes and stuff that I do, right? It's like it's on stage, isn't it? And my manager was like, "You actually come alive on stage." I'm like, "I know," but I can't rap bars.
So I went out on a limb and actually said that you were better than a couple people. Can you guess who I said you're better than?
Drake.
No, I would never have said Drake. Not because I'm saying that he'd be better than Drake, but I would never make that comparison.
Marks.
No, I wouldn't do that. That's violent.
I'm just trying to cause controversy in the workforce.
So do you think you're better than Marks, Emmanuel? Honestly.
I mean, Marks is just,
I hear that.
Yeah, we asked you a question.
I hear that he's a legend.
Yeah,
I hear that.
No, I wasn't going to say that, you know.
Oh. Well, damn.
I was going to say, you know, Marcus bars, child's play compared to
Marks, wherever you are, if you're listening to this, don't have it. Do you know what I think we should do? Yeah, I think you and Marks should like clash back to back.
Marks don't want it.
8 bars.
Marks don't want it.
Really? Right, remember Eman said this?
I don't think either of them are clashes though.
Boy,
We're
going to have to make something happen. Or we're going to have to get everyone to vote.
I don't think that was Sway's.
I think everyone should vote. You drop a 8 bar, Marks drops an 8 bar, and then we do like a poll.
Let me do a poll to
who do they think is gonna who do they think is better?
Imagine.
So Emmanuel, what do you think?
Yeah. What? The 2 people.
Yeah, 2 people.
Are they like UK?
No. Well, one was.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
UK rapper. Did you say someone like Stormzy?
Is that who you think I would put you up against?
Actually, no, he's not my...
Akala. Why are you laughing? You know what it is? I haven't heard your stuff, but I'm assuming are you a conscious rapper? Like you're not going to be doing I'll shot your mum, I'll shot your dad stuff. So
No.
Exactly.
But I wouldn't necessarily say I'm like a conscious rapper though, innit? Like, I don't rap like Talib Kweli and them types. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's what's an Akala.
Yeah. But, yeah, no. In terms of bars though, obviously big up Akala though, but Akala's not on my level though as well. So. You know, come to think about it, Ben, I might be the best in the UK, you know?
Who do you think? That was the question. That was the question.
Okay.
I said, who do you think?
I'm joking. Yeah, go. I don't know. I can't think of someone in the UK. Who did you say?
Reg 32.
Who?
Okay.
That's who everybody always puts at the top, innit?
Who?
Yeah,
Reg 32.
Oh, okay.
You know what? Yeah, funny story. Remember back in the day, Reg did this track called Punctuation. Was it called Punctuation? Something along those lines. Anyway, people in the chat, if you remember, say something. And like this was back in the day, like I think MySpace days, you know. And I must have done a freestyle over mathematics. Most Def, he had a track called Mathematics. And a lot of people were kind of comparing the 2 tracks in it.
Yeah, it was Punctuation.
Punctuation, yeah, exactly. My mathematics was better than Punctuation, firstly.
Okay.
But secondly,
Speak your truth.
Reg is an elite level rapper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I do think, let me not say that. I think, Reg is a elite level rapper. He's good.
No, he is very good. He had me in a chokehold at one point. Yep.
Okay,
How did you break that?
Huh?
How did you break it, Tina?
What, my chokehold?
Yeah.
I just got over it.
I thought it sounded.
Sorry, what? Say that again?
I thought somebody came into your life.
No. I go through phases, innit? I've had phases.
I get it. And American, Emmanuel?
Ooh. There's too many American rappers, man.
I hear that. Obviously, I make wild statements, innit?
Oh,
So who do you think I would have said?
don't say someone like, would you have said Jay Electronica?
No, I wouldn't have.
Okay.
I would have to remember him first, didn't it?
Yo, bad. Yo, Jay Electronica's coming to London, you know?
I'll be there.
Whoever that is. Okay.
You lot are bad, man. Okay, who? J. Cole?
All right. No,
Kendrick Lamar.
no, that's not what I said. Wouldn't you hear when I said it, Gina?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, cool.
Who'd you say?
What do you think I said?
Oh, no, I
You
said
don't
J. Cole, innit?
know.
The wildest thing.
The wildest ever.
Yeah,
Like Nas or Jay-Z or something.
yeah.
This
I
is
said
why.
Nas.
This is how people are just gonna hate me. You know? Nas is the greatest rapper of all time. Bro.
So do you think you'd ever be in the same category?
Do you know
Let's
what the
just
thing
say
is?
if
If I took it serious and
Yeah,
I
yeah.
could, do you know what? Because of the way I see things, right? The fact that if I'm trying to do something, I would want to do it because I don't just want to be counted. I don't just want to be a number. I want to be the best. You know what I'm saying? So,
So you saying you weren't the best? Are you saying you weren't the best?
no, I'm saying if I was to take it proper, like, you know, serious and whatnot, I would say I would like to think one day I would be them type of levels in it. But in my mind, as a fan of Nas, I don't think I would ever say I'm better than Nas. Yeah.
You haven't got that competitive spirit. in you.
No, it's just respect. It's just respect. I think like he's the greatest. Like without him, I wouldn't rap. You know what I'm saying? So
So he's your godfather.
I think it's the godfather of all rappers, pretty
Okay.
much. The good ones, anyway. Yeah.
Interesting.
So Zizzy's brother, if you don't think Nas is the greatest rapper of all time, who do you think is the greatest rapper of all time? I hope you say somebody like Jay-Z.
Yeah, it has to be something like it has to be Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Nas is definitely number one though.
But you're never picking the pen back up, are you, Manuel?
I feel like this is a loaded question. As of right now, I would say no. But you never know, Brent. You never know.
Yeah, I think you are going to be, because obviously
I knew
we
it.
have a few campaigns that we have to basically look to sit down and sculpt the song track for. So 100%.
Okay.
I don't know if you'll be rapping,
Yeah.
but you'll definitely be writing.
It's a different time and that.
To me, well, for me, man, I wouldn't let my dreams die so badly.
Sorry.
I thought your convictions were
Sorry.
forever, but obviously it's temporary.
You know, serious guy.
Hashtag facts, bro.
Someone said you said Eminem.
I did not say Eminem.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't say Eminem.
Okay.
I wouldn't put Nas over Eminem.
Over Marshall.
What do you mean?
I wouldn't put Eminem over Nas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but Nas is the greatest, man.
Oh,
Has
but
his brother responded with his thingy?
No.
He's the greatest.
he said Kodak Black.
Come on, man.
Someone said Vanilla Ice.
Oh, you know what, Kevin? We're gonna disagree. You know. He said Nas wasn't even
RZA.
better than RZA or Ghostface. Just about matched cannabis. Oh, come on.
Immortal Technique.
Can I be honest?
Come
You lot are
on,
really
Kevin,
you're
man.
really showing your age, boy, because I don't know how.
Do you know what it is?
I don't know these lot.
How do you know they're not like
I don't know.
your age?
You do know,
No, but I think, do you know what
Wu-Tang.
it is? I'm joking. It's just showing that I'm not a, what's it called? I'm not a proper hip hop.
and you love Method Man.
Yeah. For aesthetic reasons. Nothing more. Okay.
Zizi's brother said his internet cut out. You missed your question. Basically, the question is, if Nas is not the greatest, who is the greatest rapper of all time? Yeah, who's the greatest? RZA does not compare to Nas when it comes to rapping. Only thing RZA is better than Nas at is production, because Nas don't produce, and also because, and like no disrespect, obviously, but yeah, that's it. And also because RZA like is a visionary in terms of bringing everyone together for like Wu-Tang and everything. Obviously, Nas didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? Also, Ghostface is not better than Nas. Ghostface will tell you that as well. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, Kevin, you know the track Verbal Intercourse, yeah? On Cuban Links. You had Nas on there, you had Ghostface, you had Raekwon. Who did the best on that track? And
Jesus.
that's the answer.
This is coming like a hip hop history lesson on a Monday morning.
Who do you think is the best rapper, Gina?
Who?
Who do you think is the best rapper? And would you have children with him?
And would I have I was thinking, what, chicken? He said children. Who's the best? I don't know. I'm not a rap head. I'm not gonna lie. So I feel like you asking me. I'm gonna say Biggie.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Actually,
That's a good-
I prefer Biggie to Tupac.
I like Andre 3000 Senator Slick. That was a good one.
What is the greatest of all time? Andre?
Well, I would say throw it into the mix. I wouldn't dispute that. Yeah.
Yeah, Andre is definitely up there, man. Definitely. But yeah, but really, personally, I think if it's not Nas, then it has to be Jay-Z. Yeah. Biggie, Tupac, Ice Cube. Those are like my top 5.
If you were to basically give one particular track with one particular verse for the people to ascertain whether it is that you are better than a Pum Pum Father, because right now they think that they think that you're not. 68% say that he is better than you.
Can I be honest? I voted the Pum Pum Father just because I like the
what I'm
name. No, because I literally saw the name and I was like, nah, this name is goals. Sorry.
No, if I'm being honest, yeah, obviously everything I said about Marx, yeah, I was joking, obviously. But
No, you weren't joking.
No, I was. Nas obviously, not Nas. Marx is obviously like a legend, isn't it? Like,
Is he really?
Yeah, 100%.
Swear.
I may
it's
be
more
a
than
bit
just rap, though.
biased. I may be a bit biased.
It's more than just rap.
So I'm in the presence of a legend.
I believe so, man.
I hear it.
He influenced a lot of people.
Again, I'm not like a UK rap. I was more to grime.
Okay. Yeah,
So
yeah.
I didn't really listen to like Mashtown and stuff like
Okay.
that. So
Mashtown was good. Like, definitely, but
There was some poor bars, man.
no disrespect to Mashtown, but Margs obviously was the shining guy.
he carried the group.
Yeah, I believe so. Tricky obviously was sick. But Margs was the guy that was shining.
Is Tricky the guy that has a podcast?
Yes. I like Tricky's approach to tracks, like back in the day when he was rapping. It was like calm, confident, you know what I'm saying? But Margs was just aggression and lyrics, bars, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Pum Pum Father.
there you go. There you go.
I'm done.
No,
You've
but
seen some of Mark's stuff, haven't you, Gina?
For me, I have. Do you know what? What's the freestyle that went viral?
Westwood.
And everyone did their version, but he started it off. What's it called? It was a couple years ago.
Pen Game.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's the first thing of his that,
Serious?
yeah, literally.
Nah, that's not. Nah, you need to hear Margs from like late. Put it this way, yeah. Obviously, you had the old guys like certain people here, yeah. I'm pointing to basically all the vinyls over here, by the way, for the people who are watching. But like, there was a time where I think it was like after Kalashnikov, you know Kalashnikov? Alright, so basically, around the time Kalashnikov and them type of guys were rapping, yeah. 07, 08, there was 3 rappers to me, yeah, who were the best. You had Giggs, you had Margs, you had Joe Black. Those 3 guys were instrumental in pushing like UK rap forward. Malik, MD7 as well, from like Birmingham. But those 3 guys, and that's why I say Margs is of that level. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
So the question I asked you,
Yeah, what's the question, bro?
one verse from one of your tracks.
Oh man. It might. Ooh, I don't know. You know. Do you know what? One of my favorite ones was like Andy Warhol. You know. Andy Warhol. What's that
Make sure I'm
track called,
sending
man?
love, please.
I can't remember. See, I can't remember my tunes, man.
It just
No.
takes a sabbatical.
Nah, I might need to do a little Googles. Brent,
You don't even remember the stuff that you've done.
it's been a long time, man. Like I said, man.
He's right there.
By the way, this has got to be the longest intro of life. Like literally the longest intro of life.
Guess who's in the building, people?
Wagwan Pum Pum Father.
Everybody all right?
Everybody cool.
So, but basically, Emmanuel
Sorry
was
about my
saying,
timekeeping, man.
Emmanuel saying he's
that
I
better
left
than
my
you.
phone at home.
Emmanuel saying that Tricky was the best in Mash Tongue.
No, he never said that.
He did.
He never said that.
He also said, yeah, that if you lot were to clash, yeah, he'd eat you up alive.
He also never said that.
No, I swear. I'm not even lying. Basically, he's agreed, yeah. I'm just trying to get you on board as well. Basically, we're going to do a little like clash. So he's going to do 8 bar, you're going to do 8 bar. And then we're going to get the people to vote who's the best. How does that sound?
Sounds eventful, man.
Yeah? We've already done a vote this morning. We did a vote this morning about...
I can't see the chat, people. Sorry, you up, man.
So Brent said, what are we saying? Who do you think is better with the pen? The Pum Pum Fada or the pro-black melanator? And the results currently show emotional damage. So the Pum Pum Fada is at 71%. And you can do the math for the rest.
He said Malik. Who's Malik MD7?
He mentioned him.
He's from Birmingham.
Yeah.
Morris Daughter. He's cold.
See what I'm saying? I was basically saying there was a time, obviously, after the old school guys, Kalashnikov as well, there was a time basically where without, in my opinion, these 4 people, you wouldn't have UK rap the way it is today. Giggs, Margs, Joe Black, Malik.
I can take that.
Yeah,
How does
'cause
that
it
feel
evolved.
hearing that though?
Huh?
How does it feel hearing that?
Oh no, I like hearing facts. So you know what I'm trying to say. I like hearing facts. He's not wrong. Obviously, I wish that sentiment was a more popular feeling across the board. You get me? I don't always get my flowers, but I had boots on the ground, man. I was paving the way. Yeah, man. Laying pavement on the ground, boy. These kids, I helped definitely in some way, shape, or form. Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Love that for you.
Where are we? What is the topic of the day?
No.
This is the intro.
Yeah, the intro.
I know.
No, it's not.
It literally is. That's why I said it's the longest intro we've ever done.
35 minutes in.
Bro.
Yeah, man.
God damn, music must have been vibes in.
But to be fair, it's not like we started bang on the clock though.
I left my phone at home,
Sorry.
so I can't get in the chat. And I got things to do actually as well now. I messed up. But when I realised I couldn't turn around because I was already late. But I woke up from my slumber in the most naturalist way though.
Just body clock.
Yeah, because I forgot to turn my alarm back on. And then you know when you're panicking, you know when you're sleeping's too good and you're panicking, you know what I'm saying? This don't feel right. This always happens to me. I'm like, this don't feel right. I looked at the time, I said, oh my Lord. This is, and then here we are. Sorry about that, guys.
It's all right. Oh, Brent, remember, we also got to give shout out to Mo as well, you know?
Who's Mo now?
Yeah, but they don't know he's more, and they don't know why he has a little not screwdriver, a wrench next to his name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yes, he's better than.
What does the
Emmanuel.
wrench mean? I've seen that before.
Moderator.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to give out some more. Once it is that there's more people in the chat.
Okay, cool. Give out some more wrenches. Yeah, I've seen them. Use up moderate, man. Mod up the place, man.
Yeah.
But we need sensible mods though.
Yes.
That means they should all be kiddies.
No.
No.
Never mind. All right, Emmanuel. All right.
Headline is a Conservative MP is appealing against a recommendation to suspend him from the House of Commons for breaking lobbying rules. Andrew Bridgen, who's the MP for North West Leicestershire, was found to have breached the MP's code of conduct earlier this month. The Common Standard Committee said he had displayed a very cavalier attitude to the rules. The Speaker of the House has received a letter confirming Mr. Bridgen's appeal. The cross-party committee found that the MP breached lobbying rules on multiple occasions and in multiple ways and called for him to be suspended from the Commons for 5 days. It said the offences included an unacceptable attack upon the integrity of Standards Commissioner Catherine Stone. It was recommended he be suspended for 3 days for this, in addition to 2 days for breaches of conduct. In addition to 2 days for 3 breaches of the code of conduct, including failing to declare relevant interest in emails to ministers. The committee said that Mr. Bridgen should have told ministers and officials he received a donation and a funded visit to Ghana from the Cheshire-based firm Mere Plantations, and had a £12,000 contract to be an advisor. The backbencher had previously said he was extremely disappointed and initially accepted the committee's findings, adding he would comply with them as required to do so. However, a letter to Commons Speaker Sir Lindsay Hoyle confirmed the appeal after he extended the deadline to launch an appeal by the week. And the next headline is to do with Ukraine, and they're basically claiming that the Russians' attack on the energy grid is amounting to genocide. So a top Ukrainian official says Russia's attack on Ukrainian energy infrastructure amounts to genocide. The prosecutor general told the BBC that strikes on key facilities targeted the full Ukrainian nation and were an effort to force Kiev to surrender. The term genocide refers to an effort to wipe out a group of people, and Russia denies having any such aim. Millions of people across Ukraine are facing power cuts in freezing weather following sustained Russian attacks. Efforts are ongoing to reconnect homes cut off from electricity. Officials say Kherson has now been fully resupplied following the city's recapture by Ukrainian troops early this month. But according to President Zelensky, people in 14 regions and the capital Kiev remain under usage restrictions. Genocide involves the intent to destroy in whole or in part a national, ethnic, racial or religious group, according to a definition provided by the UN Genocide Convention. Among the acts which may qualify are killing or causing serious harm to members of that group or forcibly transferring its children elsewhere. In his BBC interview, the Ukrainian prosecutor, General Andrew Kostin, said that as well as the attacks on the energy grid, 11,000 Ukrainian children had been forcibly deported to Russia. Mr. Kostin said that his office were investigating reports of more than 49,000 war crimes and crimes of aggression since Russia launched its full-scale invasion on the 24th of February.
Ain't there like no resolution on the table for this war? What are they just going to do? Just beat each other into submission? Is that what it is? Just someone has to dead? Because it's been going on for enough long now. Surely there's conversations saying like, yeah, how do we draw this to a close and that? Because obviously petrol's still going up and that.
Yeah.
Just saying.
It's true.
Is it really? How long did wars used to go on before in the history, man?
But that was back a day though, man. That was like 1942 and that.
Yeah.
And Putin is a modern man?
Well, for the most part.
But it's a bit different though. Like World War I and II are a bit different. Like a lot different to this though. You know what I'm saying? And those are like, what, 5-6 years? So, I don't know.
So, what do you think would make Putin stop when he gets his way, no?
Boy. Maybe. Yeah. Or unless he's assassinated by his people.
Do you think that'll happen?
I think it's definitely possible. Yeah. I think it's definitely possible.
He said his own people. Oh, they're trying to coup, yeah?
I'm not sure if they are, but there has been
generals.
Yeah, there has been rumors that certain people have tried certain things. But yeah, I don't put it past him, especially if he's not doing something that's in the best interests of Russia. Because if they lose this war, Russia are finished, you know.
That's what I was going to say. How did they decide what's losing it? Pulling out? Because they can't...
That's true.
They can't like actually get beat, if that makes sense. Or can they? They can't.
They might be able to, you know. They've lost like a lot of people, man. A lot of people. And remember, Ukraine just keeps getting supplied weapons.
Yeah.
By the West. So, like, if the West wasn't involved, Ukraine would have been done ages ago. Ages ago. So you never know. You never know.
There you have it.
And the next headline takes us to China. And so there's basically protests against strict COVID measures in China continuing over the weekend. And they've spread to the biggest cities as well. Demonstrators gathered in the capital Beijing and the financial hub Shanghai. Many held up blank pieces of paper to express their discontent and acknowledge the censorship. Some have, however, gone as far as calling President Xi Jinping to step down. Millions have been affected by nearly 3 years of mass testing, quarantines and snap lockdowns. It's very unusual for people to publicly vent their anger at Communist Party leaders in China, where any direct government criticism can result in harsh penalties. The police have largely allowed the rallies to continue, but in Shanghai, officers arrested several people and cordoned off streets on Sunday. Hundreds of people gathered on the banks of a river in the capital Beijing for several hours on Sunday, singing the national anthem and listening to speeches. Early in Beijing's prestigious Tsinghua University, dozens held a peaceful protest and sung the national anthem according to pictures and videos posted on social media. Protests also took place during the day in the southwestern city of Chengdu and central cities of Xi'an and Wuhan, where the COVID outbreak originated nearly 3 years ago. Videos posted on social media appear to show hundreds of Wuhan residents taken to the streets, with some protesters pictured knocking down barricades and smashing metal gates. The latest unrest follows a protest in the northwestern city of Urumqi, where lockdown rules were blamed for hampering rescue efforts after a tower block fire in which 10 people died. China's authorities have denied those claims. And that's the end of the headlines. Topic of the day.
There we go.
Okay, cool. So today's topic of the day is a bit of an interesting one, yeah? And this is basically about the metaverse, AR, VR integration, all that type of stuff, right? I feel like everyone pretty much knows this is going to be something that's going to be a reality for everyone soon, right? And Apple as well have spoken about dropping their own version of the same technology and connecting with that interface and all that type of stuff and bringing it to the masses. So the question is, how do you think it will affect social interactions when people constantly think they're being recorded? So obviously, for those not aware, it's them headsets, yeah? Mm. And I believe it was maybe about 10 years ago now, right, Brent, where Google came out with them glasses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you remember them, Mags?
What glasses?
The Google glasses.
I never had them.
I know you didn't, but maybe you wouldn't have seen it on the internet.
Yeah. But yeah, those glasses pretty much could record stuff in it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, so if this whole AR VR integration thing is a reality for everybody, yeah, and everyone can pretty much pick these up and record just everyday life, do you feel like it will affect people's social interactions, our interactions?
Yeah, I think it's a weird time. I feel like not humans can't be human anymore, but do you get what I mean? It's gonna make things so weird in terms of like how you go about your day-to-day business. So what is it? You just record?
Yeah.
And then what do you do with that recording?
Wherever you want.
Yeah, it doesn't sit well with me. But it's one of those things I feel like you can't really fight against. It's gonna happen, regardless of whether we like it or not. In terms of like how the world is changing. Do you get what I mean?
What are you saying you do with these things?
So they have the capability to record like everything, basically.
What's that, like that Oculus stuff? Or
I'm not sure.
Yeah, let's just say
Is it that?
it is a version of Oculus, but like Apple's designed it so that everybody's going to be adopting it. And everywhere you go, because it's integrating with AR, augmented reality, you can see everything in real life, but they're also virtual things like placed in that reality. So at any point in time, there could be a record of everything that you're doing. Would that change how it is that you interact with people? For example, damn! If you knew that your actions
Are being recorded.
Yeah.
Like it means I can't be on crud basically.
Is that the first thing you think
Yeah,
about?
that is the first thing I thought.
that's the only thing I thought of.
Yeah, like
you
I can't
you only take it off when you're doing illegal
or
things.
like do anything because now y'all have evidence that you can use against me.
Yeah, if you did anything illegal, then I guess you got to take the glasses off.
And I'm not talking like crazy illegal. I'm talking about maybe like being on my phone when I drive. Do you know what I mean? Like just petty things like that. Because you know I'm a law-abiding citizen.
Do you record yourself driving now?
No, to be fair.
Okay, fair enough. That's like self-snitching.
Pardon?
That's like self-snitching anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know why people do that.
What, when they're driving and they're like snapping themselves or snapping them? Yeah.
Yeah, you've done it before several times.
Who?
Miles.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, when you're listening to music and
all
stuff
sorts.
when you're driving, yeah. And the thing is, I can tell you're driving because I'm seeing like...
Yeah.
So you self-snitch on yourself all the time.
Yeah, but there ain't no Babylon on my page.
Yeah, that's what you think. That's what you think. That's literally what you think.
I think, you know what it is, yeah? If it became like a natural part of, it would take like some getting used to. But I think if it came like a thing like that and everybody was going to be doing it, eventually it would just become the norm and you'll just forget it. and you just take it all in your stride, and people know there's obviously like loopholes.
Yeah, there's always gonna be, especially within our community.
Yeah,
We always find a loophole. Look at when COVID came out and people were talking about COVID passports and do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, don't you find it funny though? Like with us here, there's just always a plug for something. Literally.
you knew that. Like even say like you're saying with the vaccine passports from everywhere. I said, I'll just wait because
There's people that will come and sell.
Someone's gonna come and batten me up and say, yeah, you know I can get this, innit?
Like honestly, see our community, we're very resourceful.
100%.
Do you think there'll be less misogyny, less racism, less bigotry, knowing full well that at any point in time, the victim can throw up the recording on socials?
I think
people that partake in that kind of behaviour are not really even thinking about those kind of things. I don't think they give a shit.
I think people be a lot more mindful with like how they behave and what they say. I think people will like think twice and stuff because obviously now there's always gonna be evidence. Do you know what I mean? But I feel like if you're a racist, man. Like it flows through your veins. Like, do you know what I mean? It's too natural for some. So I don't think they're gonna think, oh, I can't say this because someone's gonna record me.
And how about the men that just lie to women?
Lie to women about what?
Just okay. And how about the women that lie to men? Get your back up.
You mean liars in general?
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't like the way it was phrased because I understand what you're getting at.
I hear. Knowing how much capital we place on social media and perception on social media.
Yep.
I think everything will be different as it pertains to just social interaction. Even when you're trying to basically court a woman. Because everything's on the line now. And everything would be backed up by receipts, no?
But everything's recorded anyway.
It's not. It's not.
I think it really is. That we just.
I'm talking about this level. I'm talking about Black Mirror level, right?
Yeah, remember that episode?
Did you watch Black Mirror?
A few episodes.
I watched a few. The one episode I watched was the... Never mind, don't worry.
I've probably seen...
You know what I'm talking about, innit?
Oh yeah, I've probably seen one or two. I've seen one with Daniel Kaluuya.
Yeah, I watched that one. And did you watch the...
The one where he starts dropping his brethren.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've seen that one. That's with Falcon in it, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's mad. Oh. And then there's the next one. I don't know. Why do people watch those shows? I think they're weird. And I don't like shows that don't connect.
I found it weird. Like, I only really watched those two episodes in particular because everyone was talking about it. But other than that, I wasn't like a regular and I didn't get them. So maybe I don't have the range. Sorry.
Some of them were really good though. I've seen maybe between 5 and 10, I would say. But it's like there's loads of them though. How many of them? Like is there like 10 a season?
Plenty. I don't understand, Margs. You're a big Marvel guy. What do you mean you don't like shows that don't connect?
Marvel connects.
Oh.
All the shows are connected. They're all in
Oh, when you say connect, you just mean in a series. Like
Yeah.
it follows on from the other.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like connected to your reality.
Oh.
Okay, go.
No. If I watch episode 1, if I watch all the episode 1, on episode 2, I'm trying to see some shit. Like, you get me? Don't just switch it all up on me.
Yeah. Storyline.
And then I got to do this 10 different episodes. No, this is crazy. I want to connect to the characters and that.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
I hear that.
I think making sense to me. So yeah, because they don't connect, I never really got with them. But they do touch on all these kind of these social things. I think by the time all this stuff's like actually ready to roll out, I think it's just going to be the norm, though.
Do you feel like so what? You don't feel like human beings will maybe get together and prevent it from being rolled out? Where it's like people realize, wait a minute, if everyone's recording, there's never a time.
There's no privacy.
There's no privacy at all.
Yep.
Gym, Tesco's, everywhere. Public toilet, train.
Yeah, but that privacy stuff, obviously, because I care about my privacy. Don't get me wrong, yeah. But to a certain extent, it's overrated, isn't it? You get me? Because obviously, like everybody's allowed their freedom to do what they want and all that, yeah. But when people clamour for this kind of secrecy and stuff like that, yeah, but they're not doing nothing with it. So it's like everybody's going to be recording. Okay, you're going to be recording me in the gym. You're going to be recording me in the supermarket. It's like, okay, you move like you're doing espionage. Like it only matters when you've got something to hide to a certain extent. Like if you're not doing anything, it doesn't matter. You're just going about your day doing your normal shit. All the extra stuff that you are talking about, all this, it doesn't matter. You're not doing nothing. Like so what? They're watching you be a good upstanding citizen and buy your grapes and think, so what? What are you talking about? Like, it's only a problem when you got something to hide. You know what I'm trying to say? So if you're trying to set up a little clandestine network somewhere, then this is going to be a problem for you. You get me? Which is understandable. But I'm saying for the most part, people ain't doing nothing.
But then I do think though, like, there's certain things that you probably are doing that you don't want people to know or see. And it might be things, it could be something minor, do you know what I mean? As part of your everyday routine. And that being filmed or recorded could implicate you in some, do you know what I mean though? Like, imagine I'm littering. And I'm talking about petty stuff here, but again, I'm just littering, and in my head it's minor, right? But some idiot's got me recording on camera, and now I'm gonna get a fine or whatever. Like, obviously I shouldn't be littering anyway, but
I hear you though.
but I'm saying like, as much as we're not
with you.
doing anything, as much as I might not be like going out my way to break the law, there's still other stuff that I can get like picked up for. That, do you know what I mean? Like, you see the guy. Have you seen that guy on social media who rides around on his bike here, recording people on their phones and stuff in cars?
I just deleted him. He was supposed to be done ages ago because he's faking it.
No, but
he's an idiot.
But he I got so angry when I watched one video where he pulled up to some guy's car, knocked on his window, was like, "Excuse me," and he's got like a GoPro on his forehead, and then he's like, "You shouldn't be on your phone, you know." And the guy was like, "So?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm recording you right now. I'm gonna do it." And I thought, "This is what you're such a job's worth."
There's
like
people that came what's wrong with the world.
But that's what I'm saying.
He
But
threw
it's
himself
like,
on someone's bonnet.
Yeah.
But do you see what I mean though? It's like something like that. Yeah. Imagine. Now you've just exposed me. These times, yeah, I'm breaking the law, but I'm doing it in my own. Like, I'm minding my business, breaking the law. Like, what's it got to do with you? Do you know what I mean? Now that stuff would annoy me, literally. But yeah,
there'll probably be a rise in petty crime because you got jobs worth people, neighborhood watch people, just busybodies that ain't got nothing to do with nothing, just getting involved in everybody's business, just recording. Just recording everything just to see what they can see, just to wait what they can find. Like, do you get what I'm trying to say? That there's that type of people that will come through, mess everything up. So I can hear that.
Do you feel like people may then say, you know what, similar to what you're saying about we'll just kind of get used to it. Do you feel like it'll be better for you or easier for you to get used to it because you would have your own as well? So if someone's recording you, it's like, okay, that's fine. I'm recording you too. Does that matter to you? Does that
not
make
really,
it?
because
Okay.
I don't want to record you. Like, yes, I can. Do you know what I mean? It's just because I can record you too doesn't mean that you should be recording me. Do you get what I mean?
And do you feel like, okay, obviously, like, we're speaking about some of the negatives, yeah, but in general, do you feel like people will be safer?
Yeah, definitely.
What are some of the other like pros to this?
You'll be safer. I feel like if it's kind of a bit of a negative, but like, let's say something happens to you, right, and you need to make a claim or whatever, or evidence and stuff like that. Like, you have that to hand, innit? Do you get what I mean? So you have the receipts if need be.
Are we making a bigger deal out of this than it is, though? I'm starting to think about this now, yeah. Especially with what I do and that, yeah. I can't think of. I'm being recorded
All the time.
80% of my day.
Yeah.
How many places am I when I'm not being recorded? And that whether that be even if I'm taking public transport or driving through the street, walking down the road, going into shops, into establishments, here the cameras. When am I not being recorded? Like, maybe they might not be privy to certain information, but even then, the phones and stuff like that, I'm a firm believer, yeah, that they got everything, like our conversations, our texts, everything. They're just not allowed to use them. You get me saying? When they say they're inadmissible in court, it just means they can't come and show it. Don't mean it's not there. Do you know what I'm trying to say? That. So I'm a firm believer that they hear everything I've said, everything I've done. They know everything I spend, everything I make, everything. Like, I think we're making a big deal out of this because I think this perceived freedom that we got is
It's not even real.
It's not even real. Do you get me? And I think when people don't, when you put it in their face now, you're saying, "Oh, I'm recording it." This is our life. This is our reality.
But then, like you said, you said they've got everything. Yeah, they being the government.
Yeah,
it's different to an average Joe having certain things of you.
Oh, and you're saying so? This is a open forum that's access to the public. Just anybody
you
could
just go Curry's and buy it.
So when's it being saved? Where's it stored? Like, so you can just go Curry's and buy it, but who can access it though?
Only you. So it'll be on your cloud. So just upload.
So imagine some sneaky person has you on camera,
exactly,
doing something that you don't like anything here, and then they start blackmailing you.
Exactly.
Yeah, this
Like, and this is a random nerd who on a normal day would not even have the vim to come and like, do you know what I mean? He's giving people a voice and a platform.
they don't
And
like that.
there's entrapment as well.
Yeah.
And you would fall for that, Marks?
I'd fall for entrapment.
Yeah.
Give me specifics.
Certain pum pum thrown your way. Yeah.
I don't fall
On the
for
night
pom
when
pom
you're
like that.
inebriated.
Prince or fool, you know.
I'm telling you. Suppose there's a credit score attached to your human experience, right? Because you know in Japan, Emmanuel, there's like a whole credit score that they run by. Everything's run off of this, right? And everything can be accessed on this particular app. Suppose as you guys are living life and whatnot, interacting with human beings and I guess seeing a woman drop her bag and you, Margs, you just see it just the oranges just roll into the road and you just look at it and you continue. But that's marked on your credit. Would it change? And if it is that you have a bad credit score, you're not able to do certain things. Like you're not able to use the gas pump or you're not able to watch TV or go to certain channels. Would that make you become a good human being or would you look to hack it?
That's unfair because you know I'm gonna look to hack it. But if I couldn't hack it, then it probably leads me to be better being a human being.
So if you can't do anything about it, then all right, cool. Let me fix up my behavior.
Yeah, yeah, that's what it is. The first goal, because it's like what Gina was saying. I'm gonna find a brother who's gonna say that, you know, man can pattern that thing for you, innit? Can pattern your score, and then I'm gonna get my score patterned. If I can't find him, then I'll just help over her back.
Would you like the idea of being able to see who's a dickhead and who isn't a dickhead? Who's a good human being, whatever that means, and who isn't a good human being?
Yeah, you just have their score. I think it would be good to judge people. That's why sometimes when you're trying to get Uber, it takes long to connect because you got bad score.
I'm done.
Trust me, the driver don't want to take you.
So, what metric would you like to see in this credit score? For example, would you like to be able to see who likes a particular type of porn?
No, I don't think you should have personal information in there. I think you should just have a round number. If I saw 300, then I know you got bad credit. And then I could just make up my mind from what that is. You know?
All right, but what I mean is, you see how there is a list of sexual offenders? Right?
Yeah.
Would you like to be able to be walking down the street to know red flag?
Oh yeah, if they're on the sex offenders list, it should come up on top of their
Or
head.
wouldn't that like encourage you to go and beat them up?
No.
Really? If you know full well that they've been fiddling with children.
You would have
And
just
they're
been
there
on
at school.
Again, see, this is why you have to use your own discretion and stuff like that. Like, you shouldn't be putting up the person's crime and what they've done. You should just make sure that they're on the list, and then you can just everybody on the list should be treated accordingly, just shunned, and just not necessarily beaten up or anything. But you just know, just keep your distance. That's a red flag over there. Yeah, I don't think you should have their indiscretions like, oh, they've done this, they've done that, and they've done that.
So just a red mark should come up.
Yeah, everybody that's on the sex offenders
Would you be
list.
curious as to who you're living by?
Yeah, I would be in an area where you're not allowed to live in my area on that list. You get what I'm trying to say? I'll pay for the premium. You get me? So if you're on that list, you can't live in this area.
But there's some people who believe that drug dealers do more damage than pedophiles. Right? So should drug dealers have a mark as well? Or should it be a different color?
It should be a different color. It can't be the same colors as sex offenders.
And
Why you say that?
No, because him saying that people think drug dealers are worse than pedophiles, I don't agree.
they cause more damage to the community than pedophiles is kind of the...
Okay, but it's just the statement is just, in my head, it's just wild.
Yeah. It sounds
Like
wild.
literally, I'm just thinking,
Yeah.
really?
So think about it. Do you think that they cause more damage than a pedophile?
I don't know, because they
I get the damage they do
different,
to
innit?
the community.
Yeah.
Drugs does damage communities, but at the same time, these people are providing a service. Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, and then there's illegal drugs that are damaging communities at the same kind of rate, and these people are taxing it and making money off it, and then it's not vilified the same way. So the conversation is not fair to just it's not black and white like that to just have like.
And
that.
I think you can't compare like sexual acts with underage person. Like, I don't even see, do you know what I mean? To me, the comparison is mad.
There's someone who said that in the group that's in a chat that drug dealers don't do any damage at all, and Portugal and Amsterdam have proven that.
No, well, it's different. It's different.
mean,
kind
but
of
in
drugs.
terms of the class of drug,
abuse.
though.
It depends on how the drugs are used. There's people that fall into drugs in terrible situations. It's not all recreational. You know what I'm trying to say? That some people are forced onto drugs and trafficked and that. Some people are homeless and super poor, ain't got no, like, just looking for escapism. So there's so much. Like I said, I think it's a bigger conversation. I don't think it's open and closed like that. You know what I'm trying to say? That because obviously it's a supply and demand.
Yep.
So where you're demanding something, there's people there that need it and that want it, and we're all adults, so we can make our own decisions and that. You get me? But then again, like I said, I don't turn my nose up at drug dealers because obviously I've got history in that kind of field. And
Yes,
that.
Mr. Straight Mama, straight dad.
Then maybe there is a bit of bias in there, but I understand it. Like, the people do this stuff out of necessity. You know what I'm trying to say? That we've got to make money.
All right, so different color, yeah? All right, so how about plain clothes police officers?
What about them?
And not plain clothes police officers that don't wear their uniform when they're just going about business. Should they have a particular mark?
What, like their place?
Should you know who you're living next door to?
Would that, because then, I don't know, because then it's everybody's, that means everybody's occupation should be there then.
This is what I'm saying. It's easier to find a plumber on the high street.
If you know.
If everybody's vocation is there, right?
Yeah, but fair is fair. I think if everybody's is it, then
there's.
But would you like that?
yeah, I wouldn't mind that.
And what would be next to yours?
Pum pum father. Come on.
I'll take that, yeah.
Do you know what, Brent? I think I'm gonna give Margs the penis man, you know.
Yeah?
I think I think he doesn't get it.
No. How would she frame that? Sounds as though she's giving you a man.
No,
penis?
basically,
No, that's not what she means.
that's not what I mean. But I gave it to Marv before, but I think it's you. I think I'm gonna give it to you.
Uh-oh.
Don't worry, it's fine.
Is
It's
that
alright.
is that a good thing?
I mean, yeah, I
It's
guess
not.
so.
Marv previously had the title.
Marv is the penis man.
Yeah, I gave Marv the title of the penis man. Basically, yeah, it was like we were talking about, what was it? You gave an example of like a scenario, yeah, and I was like, let's say you had like a healing, like a gift of healing, yeah. And I was like, Marv would be the penis man. Let's say there's a community and there's like a village, and there's a person you'd go to get healed. Like if you couldn't have kids or like if you needed sexual healing or whatever, yeah.
Okay.
To get it. So I was
like a love doctor.
basically.
Oh, I can
and
take
he's
that,
just
man.
slinging dick.
I don't mind that.
That's what I'm saying. See how you take that with Mark got really offended.
Yeah, no, he's crazy. That's a good cause.
See?
Get me.
I knew you'd be up for it.
Yeah, no, that's a good cause. I think every community needs a penis man.
See? So I think I'm gonna give you that. You are now crowned the penis man.
That's a good deed.
See what
Helping women. Let me rest my hand on your womb. Come
But
here.
no, but Gina's saying it's not just women. It's
What?
if you need to be healed.
wait a
No,
minute.
Brent-
Wait a minute.
Brent's always doing this.
Yeah,
so
man.
leave
But
him alone.
no.
Because the
have to
original
relax.
conversation, that's not what I
you
went
know,
to.
you know the same podcast we went here, right? We said, would you kill a man if you can heal his cancer?
Oh yeah.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, explain that. What do you mean?
What?
This particular power isn't just to be service.
One second. Just to kill someone else to heal someone else.
No. So
Okay, I'm lost.
you are the resident or local witch doctor, right?
Yeah.
And your whatever has healing powers, right?
Yeah.
So people have to interact with your whatever in order to be healed, right?
Okay.
You're not just going to be healing the women, right? Because you're the man of the people.
No, I would.
saying?
I would just be healing women.
Nah, that's not how it works.
Oh, so this is why Marv was offended.
100%.
No, I'm not gonna lie. Because that's not. To be fair, Brent just being Brent. Because I don't even remember us going down that road.
In a real world, yeah, if that was gonna happen, yeah, if someone did have that powers in the community, yeah, there will be females of the same ilk. Do you feel what I'm trying to say?
Do you think so though?
Yes, and they would work together in the community.
Yeah, true.
It wouldn't just be like penis men. There'll be pom pom women as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
No, this is not the reality in which that Gino is.
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't. That's not how it went. But that's not how it went. But okay.
Because when the
And
men
also-
need healing, yeah, only a woman could heal that.
Says who?
No, that's
Says who?
Jehovah Jireh.
All you got to do is the same way you're resting your hand on a boom is the same way you're resting your hand on a no.
Yeah, but it's not resting on just a hand, innit? Otherwise, you call him the hand man.
No, you're right. You're right. You got me there.
That's so funny.
Nah, honestly, though, Mags, man, you need to grow up. So, I don't understand.
Wait, you're still you're not letting it go.
No, I understand. But honestly, Mags, right? Your love for your friends runs deep, right? You would die for your friends. Like, you would die. You would end your life for your friends, right? Mm-hmm. If one of your friend could be healed from terminal cancer just by you putting your penis on the thigh.
No, wait, sorry.
You wouldn't just... But you've actually done that in gangbangs, right?
No.
Wow.
Accidentally in the throw of things. In the throw of things,
It's
right?
9
I understand.
on a Monday.
Because
I don't recall it.
I don't
You gotta
understand,
understand, yeah?
you could be in the same room with a guy and watching his penis, right? But you're getting all finicky about it accidentally touching his thigh or his hand.
That don't even make sense. That correlation doesn't make sense. What do you mean in the same room with a guy? If you saw porn on the TV before, then you've seen a penis?
No, I'm talking about your brethrens.
It doesn't matter whose it is.
It's a bit different.
Why? Penis is a penis. What's the matter? Why have you got any... What connection you got to these penises?
It's your brethrens.
So you feel stronger about your friend's penis? That's what you're telling me?
No, I don't want to... Any man especially my
So I'm
brethren.
saying I don't care about any man's penis.
So would you put it on his thigh to heal him?
No.
Save his life?
No, because
you
you
don't
got-
care about life then.
you're taking-
You don't care about your brethren life.
No, because you're taking the choice away from people. There's some man who might not want nothing to do with no penis. He'll say, they can't take
Suppose
me.
he asks you, I want to be healed.
No, but this is
Suppose
why...
Loons ask you, I want to be
This
healed.
is why it wouldn't work.
Please
What
don't
about the
kill me.
people? What about the people who would say
No,
no?
but Mark,
let the
you're not
cancer
answering
take
the
me.
question because yes, some people might object, and then obviously if they say
He's coming and asking,
let cancer
please.
take me, then let cancer take me. But like Brent said, if someone came to you and was like, "Bro, I need the healing," what are you saying?
I'm saying you gotta go to the pom pom lady.
But what if there's no pom pom lady?
What,
Because I'm not gonna lie, in my scenario, there wasn't.
Then I'm just gonna I'll just transfer you to a different city. Like, what are you talking about? I'm just gonna
Mark is
I'm just gonna
not
transfer you to a
on it.
specialist. No, then obviously I'm just gonna transfer you to a specialist. I send you Soho or something.
Oh, you said Soho. Hey, Mark, get out of here. Go home. Because he's not having it. He's just like, not on my watch. So basically, bottom line is you're not putting your penis on another man's thigh.
No, because I just don't. I think the parameters that you are setting up are not logical. There'll be female counterparts that have the same powers. You get what I'm trying to say?
Okay.
In the name of fairness, that's the way the world would work.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's true.
fair enough. Penis man.
I don't know. If it is have to save Emmanuel's life, what we saying?
But
You
please.
do have to. So, Brent, what are you saying?
To be honest, I am not going to live like sweetly, knowing full well that I've taken the best producer away from the TDA family.
So basically,
Only because of a little homophobia?
you're
A
slapping
little
it.
sprinkle of homophobia?
You're slapping it in his thigh, basically. Hey, Brent.
Wake up!
Brent's so dumb.
Nah, man.
Wait, Brent, I can't take
You gotta let me
this
go,
one.
bro.
Emmanuel said, "Don't save me."
I wasn't meant to be here, bro.
I'm sorry.
All right, fair enough. So, we're all good with this particular integration of AR, because it is going to be coming. You guys are going to be engaging with it because everybody else will be engaging with it, yeah?
I
Yeah.
guess.
I'll probably try it. It should be cool. Let's move with the times, man. Technology, man. The future's coming. Because then everybody else that don't get with it or don't do it, just gonna get moved underground, and they're just gonna be the rebels. You know, when you had the movies and that, say like Demolition Man and whatever, and then they got like Society or whatever it may be. The one where they're on Mars with Arnold Schwarzenegger and all that, and they're paying for Total Recall, paying for air.
Yeah.
So you see, like when all these future things, all the rebels in society, yeah, that they're onto, the ones that don't live with the thing, like, yeah, they're made out like they're the bad people. They're the ones that's prosecuted and stuff like that, yeah. When you check the story, yeah, they didn't do nothing wrong, you know. They're just the ones that didn't want to conform with the fuckeries. You get me? So if you don't conform, you're just gonna turn into one of the rebels.
Makes sense.
I can see Brent as a rebel leader though.
So, all right, I also see you as a rebel leader, so I don't know why you. Do you think there will ever come a point in time when those divides will be so stark that there would be a case where we take tribal sides like that? Because the pandemic was like a taster, a little teaser, right?
You see, I don't know if it's because I've watched too many movies, is my imagination getting the best of me, yeah. But with that vaccine stuff, yeah, I think if they tried to make it mandatory, yeah, I think that could have pushed us. I think that could have pushed us there.
And the passports as well.
Yeah, with the passport stuff, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I think that could have pushed us there. I think there would have been a group of people that would have said, no, like no, fuck that, we're not doing that. And if that group of people gets big enough, then yeah,
And you would have been in that group of people.
more than likely, yeah. I think so. I mean, there's a lot to take into consideration, but I think push comes to shove, I
So
think
it's a hill that you
I
would
could say
have
fuck it. Huh?
It would have been a hill that you would have wanted. That it would have been a line that you've now crossed this particular line.
Yeah, I've got a real problem with doing what I'm told sometimes, or especially being made to feel like I have to. And I think I wouldn't mind taking a stance and saying, no, I'm not doing that. And then whatever happens, let the chips fall where they may, kind of thing. Especially if there's enough of us.
There needs to be numbers for you.
Huh?
There needs to be numbers for you.
It will help if the movement's strong.
That doesn't sound like the exposures of a rebel, to be honest. That doesn't sound like the exposures of a rebel. There needs to be numbers before rebel.
I just said it will help. I didn't grow up in no revolution, I just seen this stuff on TV, so I have had a soft life. And so you get what I'm trying to say. I need help. I need inspiration. You get me? But I know what's in my heart, what I'd want to do. I could see myself taking a stance and being like underground.
Yeah, I'm excited about the whole metaverse thing, Majiggy, but if it encroaches on certain things that are going against my principles and stuff, then yeah, it'd be an issue.
So is it going to be detrimental to society if nobody's actually out doing anything? Everybody's just in this metaverse. Like, if they're doing everything to make this place so good and so amazing, ain't the real world gonna fall behind and slack?
But that will have to happen on mass, right? And I don't think that's gonna happen. I know still talking about China, there's this particular epidemic of people living and dying in their houses and not going anywhere. I need to read more about this. I'm not sure if you've ever heard about this, Emmanuel. Probably not. But anyway, I'll read about that and then come back. But more people would be immersed in this particular life or plane of existence, right? And obviously that social interaction is going to drop immensely. And that is going to have an effect on the future. But I think it's going that way anyway.
But with just the amount of time that people spend online and...
Yeah, but what we've seen that currently anyway, but it's going to get even worse. I don't know if it is that everybody would just now switch off of reality.
Not necessarily switch off of reality, but if Google do these things and make it cheap, make it accessible to everybody, and then it's somewhere where everybody's there, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, that's where you're going to spend most of your time.
But there are more poor people than there are people who would be able to spend money on Google Glass or Apple Glass.
That's true, but if you make it accessible, there's more poor people got mobile phones and PlayStation 5s. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know if poor people have that.
What? Loads of poor people got PlayStation 5s and mobile phones and smoke weed every day, and like, poor people be doing shit. They're resourceful. Poor people do shit.
I do believe.
You're talking.
I do believe that yes, poor people do Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of poor you're talking. You're talking like,
I don't know if they have like latest iPhones and stuff though.
brother, they got iPhones. Like, I ain't even got the latest one. Like,
When you say poor, what do you mean?
Hmm?
When you say poor, what do you mean? 'Cause I'm talking
what level
about,
of poor you're talking about? Like,
I'm talking about like destitute.
but that's not even the average level of poor. How many people do you know like that?
I think there's more than on Dole and stuff than not. No.
I don't even think those destitute, but a lot of people like maybe like on paper they ain't got no money, but remember in the community everybody got little side hustles and you pattern up and you get through things. Like being poor don't mean you ain't got. I don't think it just means you haven't got in abundance. I can't live to a certain level of like certain people, but I don't think being poor means you have to be like destitute.
Okay. Maybe I should use maybe impoverished.
Maybe, but because I think, like I said, if it's made accessible, poor people are definitely going to get it and have it. Okay, so like I said, it speaks to what we're calling poor then. But just when you just use the term poor, I mean, like the average person is like poor, but they're not.
I wouldn't
homeless
call them
and
poor. I would just call them regular folk.
Regular folk.
I don't. Me, with poor, it's I'm going to collect food stamps.
Okay, I hear that. So even so then, so let's not even use poor. Let's just say regular folk then. The regular, if it's accessible to the regular folk, then everybody's going to be there.
Yeah.
Then, you get me? It's like when people was doing like the stuff with the kids when they're sitting down on their PlayStation in their group chats and their parents didn't really understand it and stuff, and you was onto them, you're spending too much time there, she's doing that, it's weird, go and make some real friends. Now by this point, you clock like, that is their real friends. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, everybody's online. They come home, they leave, they're online together. The same kids they was in school with, they're going to spend hours here in this group chat and this is normal, like, and I'm going to be here because everybody's here and everybody does it and now it's a normal way of life. So it's kind of like that. Like, if it's accessible and everybody's doing it and it's just a normal thing, then everybody's going to do it, innit?
To be honest, I think that gamers have already been in this particular life, this avatar life. I think it's Ready Player One, Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff is like virtual reality stuff anyway. So it's just an extension of the world for them. But they were still parking that aside and still doing life. They were still going to work. They were still going to school, university, and then they'll come back and then they will, log in.
So then what would they do? Make it so you can study in this place?
Yeah.
So you can earn money in this place?
Yeah.
And then exactly then. So if you're studying in there and you can earn money and work in there,
Yeah.
and then you're gonna order your groceries online and stuff like that, then you're gonna be there. And then the real world's gonna take a hit then, surely.
Yeah. I do believe
definitely.
that, but I'm not sure if it's in the next 50 years. And I do believe they're also going to be making glasses where it taps into your neural pathways and stuff, so it triggers feeling. And
That's mad. That's like what you talk about with the guy, if you die in the game and you die in real life.
Yeah.
Or would you try it? Or if it is that you could
Hell
put this
no.
on, go into a red light district and feel what you would feel in real life, would you put it on a regular Friday?
I'll definitely try it. I'll definitely try that, yeah. If that was legit, if it was real, of course. Why not?
Yeah.
That'd be cold.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what they have. But I don't want Facebook to have the monopoly on it, to be honest.
Do you feel like just like everyday interactions, people would just be wearing filters?
Well, like face filters?
Yeah.
Yes.
So then you would never
No.
and would it matter? Because then anyone you meet is at least 8 out of 10.
If that's the only place you're gonna meet them, then it wouldn't matter. It's like the conversation that we had when we was talking about the what's that? Was we doing that here? I can't remember. When we was talking about makeup and stuff like that or whatever. I can't remember if that was here. But I'm saying that if you only see them, we were talking about deception and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If you only see them with it and they move regimented with it and that's them then, isn't it? If that's the only version that you see. So with that, if that was the only version that you was gonna interact with, then that's all that would matter. You get me? If you're not going to interact with the real one, they're never going to see it, then it wouldn't matter. And then you're afforded the same luxury as them. You get me? You could put your best foot forward and be the best version of whatever you want it to be as well. So you couldn't moan about it. Rather than moan about it, just use it, innit? Take part.
And I guess it would kind of tie into what you guys were saying on Friday. Like having babies. No baby will be ugly.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? Because your partner's at least an 8 out of 10. your baby's born, put the filter on the baby too.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? And that's it.
Is it a science? Do good-looking people generally make
I
good-looking
was gonna
babies?
say no, but that's why when he said put the filter on, it makes sense.
Okay,
You should
yeah.
put the filter on baby, because I was gonna say good-looking people don't always
No.
luck of the draw.
It's crazy, man. If the government basically said, it's mandatory, everyone has to get these. So they gave, I guess, obviously if you earn a certain amount of money, you have to buy it yourself, but lower class people, it will be like a grant type situation. Do you think that would be good for society? So it got to the point where it became normal, people were wearing it here and there, but obviously it was a choice. But then they realized, wait a minute, people are obviously noticing, you know what I mean? Like, since I'm being recorded or whatever, crime's dropped. You know what I'm saying? So you know what? Let's try and end crime altogether. Everyone needs to wear this. What would you say?
See, that big kind of change on mass will be. That's what the problem will be, because you don't even know whether it's going to be good or bad. But like everybody doing it at one time is going to have an effect in some way, shape, or form. I don't know if it'd be positive or negative.
And I think when you've taken away the freedom in it of having the choice.
Yep.
Some people, like Marx said, don't like being told what they can and can't do in it. So it's like you definitely get a lot more resistance, I think, in that sense, from people.
I think you'd have to incentivize people to come there and say, like, look, if you come here and boom, 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 you get this or there's that. Because I think people will probably be a bit more skeptical if you're just giving it to everybody for free and saying, "There, pull up, come." There's a lot of people that's going to be like, "What?
Yeah.
Like, you're giving this to me for free?" And all of us, and you want us to, this is dodgy. Like, what are we doing there? You get me? I think they have to incentivize it, be offering something to make people do it. 'Cause I'd be skeptical. Imagine just in your house and you just get something through the post, but every single person in England's got this.
Yeah.
There's not a soul, not a household in this country hasn't got this. They all got it today. Everybody in their yard is sitting there looking at this thing like I'm looking at it now. Do you go in there? Because if they haven't gave you any real instruction or any real reason or what's going on here, this is dodgy.
100%.
It's dodgy. I don't know if I just go in there. I might go in there and get stuck. No, I need to, and again, see, this is why I'm a bit of a pussy, because I need to talk to a few people. I need to speak to a few people and see, like, what are we going in? Like, what's going on here? Because this is crazy. Yeah, no, I can't just risk it on my ones.
All right.
So do you always need somebody to go in first to test the waters?
No, when I got, man, when I believe my convictions and them things, I'll do it. I've been a trailblazer many a time before. You get me? I'm a leader of men, first in my field and these things. You get me? But it's calculated risks that I'm taking. You get me? And it's just how my brain works. It's logical. It's not about necessarily needing people like that. It's just everybody serves a purpose, and you get me? And it's always about preservation of life and these things and the law of averages and stuff. So I always know that I'd have a better chance of survival in numbers. You get me? It's just logical thinking. So that's probably why I'll go that route. That's all. It's not because I'm scared, Brent.
Brent's basically trying to say you're a pussy hole.
No, that's not. I just had a recall, right? So
I don't mind coming across like a pussy hole.
that's not where I'm going.
If I'm being sensible, just you know what I'm saying?
I think that's very wise. I'm not gonna go first if I know there's a possibility of me dying. Somebody else first,
There you go.
especially if I'm the leader.
Exactly, because if I crumble, then
Yeah.
you get me.
Yeah, 100%.
If you was say like a king, then
Yeah.
and then you're going to the nations going to war and these things. What kind of king are you? Are you leading the troops on the horses on the front line, or have you got like a general that does that?
Like what era are we talking about? Because
No guns.
no guns, just
No guns.
swords and stuff.
Yeah, just men. Straight.
Am I wavy though?
Vikings.
Am I like who's that guy?
Did you watch Vikings?
Yeah.
Bjorn. Do you remember anyone's name?
Bjorn
Ironside. Wait, Mark, do you watch Vikings?
Come on, babe.
Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, there's more she likes, but you know.
Let me gather myself because that show
That's my shit.
had me. You see chokeholds? Nah, you don't. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, are you beyond?
That's why they call me Young Ragnar.
Yeah, definitely. I heard that.
She has
Yeah,
to
you could
unpack
be-
that next week Tuesday.
Oh, what?
So you have to unpack that next week Tuesday.
You could be as wavy as you want to be,
All right.
if that makes sense. So
what people am I from? What tribe am I from?
I should have thought about this before I gave you the question. Your tribe, whatever tribe you, I don't know. The homie.
Yeah. Basically, are you John Boyega? You're chilling in your castle, and obviously you've got a general, which
Yeah,
is Viola Davis.
This is it. So,
Yeah, that's it. You could either be John Boyega and have a Viola Davis, or you could be Viola Davis but be the king.
Yeah.
100%. It just depends on my upbringing, right? Because if I'm part of the 300,
Okay, yeah.
it's part of my DNA to basically go out
In
and
the
fight,
front line.
right? But if it is I'm a Napoleon type of whatever,
Mm.
I'm all about strategy and this and that. 'Cause I'm sending my generals here and everywhere, right?
Mm.
What would I like to be? I would like to be a guy who doesn't die. The only way I'd be in the front is I knew that I was one of the waviest
Waviest, the
people.
coldest
You understand?
to do it ever.
And my validity as a king is based on how many heads I take in a battle. Then 100%, I'd have to live by that. And if it is that I'm not living by that, I have no reason being in that front line. Because I think some of that stuff is crazy. Like if you're going up against an army with a whole set of arrows in the front layer, you ride and say that's not real. You're getting looked off first. So half the stuff I see on these movies,
And these shows,
no. Nah, the heroine is supposed to die first wave.
yeah, for real. For real. Man said the
But I like what's that show? Troy, right? What's that guy's name?
Achilles.
Oh man,
Achilles.
Yeah.
I watched that
That
about.
blonde hair.
I watched that about 2 days ago.
Is it?
Yeah,
I love that film, you know.
Yeah.
Love that
Achilles is a bad man.
100%. 100%. And if it is, I had that. I'll be using it all the time. I wouldn't want to wait and then wait till everybody's tired, come on the 70th minute. No. I want to be first 10 minutes.
Yeah, see, yeah, Troy. That's what made me. That's what made me. I was thinking about it the other day. I was thinking, what would I do? Because obviously, I respect the preservation of life and tactical nous and these things, and being able to boom. But there's something in me that when I'm watching them, like the man them that lead and that ride and fight, they're the ones.
Come
You
on.
get me? And obviously,
That's a man.
you're probably gonna die at early
Sorry.
death. But you know, that's a great. It's always.
a good way to die?
War's a great day. It's always a great day to die in battle, man. It's always a great day to die in battle, man. So you go to Valhalla. You get me?
Literally, Valhalla.
Trust me.
With Odin.
Yeah.
But the thing is, doesn't that only have capital or cachet when it is that you actually believe there is an afterlife? Because if you're atheist, what are you doing?
Yeah, for real. Like, if you're screwed.
If this is your only goal at life, what are you doing?
You couldn't be atheist back a day, though. There weren't even internet, man. You had to believe in something.
Yeah, for real.
So you never had no
For
choice,
real.
man. You could be
But it
atheist
used to
back
be
a day.
pagans. Well,
They weren't pagans. They were pagans. The pagans had their gods. Yeah. Odin. All father, man. Odin and that, man. Freya.
Literally, Freya.
You're mine.
No, listen, see, we're taking this to a new level. You don't understand right now.
Yeah, you don't, Max. You don't.
No, honestly. It's okay.
All right. So back in the day, there had to be people believing in all these different things, right? Don't you think that was a better way to live than now?
Yeah. Because, I think because everybody believed in something, and with them, well, most religions and stuff, the way that they're set up, it's just about how to.
And poverty wasn't so harsh anymore, right?
I suppose you could take more and graze off the land and those kind of things, but I think it's just about how you can make the world a better place and the rules and how to live. So I think it probably is because everybody believed in something. There was probably a bit more morals and a bit more honor in those day and age. We put a bit more substance into material things nowadays. You get me? So yeah, there probably was better back a day. I don't know how far back we're talking, but
Yeah, but now that you have the blessing of hindsight, would you choose back a day or no? Just imagine if you could be.
see the problem is, you see like the luxuries of this generation, obviously I'm accustomed to, and thinking about living without them is crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm happy I live in the time that I live in, but I do watch that Roman Game of Thrones shit and think, oh, this was a bit of me. I could have survived. I could have survived here, you know, especially if I came from a good house. Especially if I came from a good house, I could have lived. That would have been me, because it's a bit more lawless. It's a bit more. You get me. You make yourself, make your own rules, your land. I'm on all that. I could have done that. I could have done that. Yeah.
So who was governing people? Like, who were the police back in the day?
I don't think there was police. You'd probably have like a little sheriff or like the little King's Guard or whatever.
Yeah.
And just try and imply their things. I don't think there was police like that.
Yeah, but you can kill him and then nothing happened in it.
No, because there's people that will hold you accountable.
If they saw you.
Yeah, it's probably easier to get away with those kind of things. Right? But I think there will be people in society that will hold you accountable for those kind of things.
Can you remember when everything changed with the whole DNA?
Oh, what year that was?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. What year DNA? What year did they start using DNA? Was that in the 60s or 70s or something like that? I don't think
I think it's more recent than that, you know.
What, closer?
Yeah, I think so.
Let me Google.
When was my...
Yeah, I think so. It might even be like
80s.
the 80s. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Oh, man.
You think so?
1950s.
50s.
Using DNA?
Discovered DNA in the 1950s.
No, not
What's the
discovered.
first conviction from DNA?
Hold up.
Life was hard back then, you know. Man said no DNA, no nothing. These men had to do their work.
1986.
86?
Yeah.
Fucking
DNA
hell.
fingerprinting was first used in forensic science in 1986 when police in the UK requested Dr. Alec J. Jeffries of the University of Leicester to verify a suspect's confession that he was responsible for 2 rape murders. Can you imagine being the first person to go down for that?
Because you'll be saying, this ain't even real. This ain't even, you get me? This is a trick. This is a hoax. Like, where's the, I need receipts, man. How are you going to back this up? You can't just talk about DNA. What type of DNA are we talking about? I'll be livid. The first person definitely appealed, did it?
I don't know. I was mad.
When they done the science, he's like, oh shit, this is airtight. So they got me. They got me.
So you'd rather live in a lawless or a self-governing world?
Not now. Not in this day and age. But back then, if that makes sense. Because in this day and age, it's too wild. Like, imagine it was really like that. Like, imagine it was real anarchy, like lawless. Everything broke down. We're drawing our own lines again. It's got to start from scratch. Basically, like the purge outside.
You would probably have to reframe
It's a tough ask.
your relationships, like who you keep company with and whatnot, because anything could basically happen at any point in time.
Yeah.
And you'll have to double guess like whether people are genuine or not.
Well, it's a tough ask. I'll just start building my community straight away. I'll be like, it'll be like an army, like blood oath shit. You get me? And it's us against the world, because that's what it's got to be. Some real cult thing. It's got to be us against the
I have a
world.
stupid question, right?
Oh god.
Suppose you have a guy like Achilles,
Yeah.
right? And you know full well you need him for the life in which it is that you are currently living in, right? You said you're building your war cabinet and that.
Yeah.
Suppose he's the coolest guy, but he was like the guy from The Wire.
Omar,
Come on.
Oh yeah. So.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You having it?
Well, yeah.
This is it.
My top killie. You
this
think I
is
got, bro? The world's going down the pan. You think we got time for discrimination? Huh? No, you better kill these niggas.
Suppose he was your top assassin,
They
right?
could be my top assassin.
And he got cancer. And let's move on to the next one.
please.
Definitely. You know where I'm going with this. You said self-preservation, but no, that's
I don't think yourself would be preserved, man.
It's so stupid.
Right. So, ministers will come under intense pressure this week to explain how they assessed that a personal protective equipment company linked to the Tory peer Michelle Mone was fit to receive government contracts worth more than £200 million during the pandemic. Angela Rayner, who's Labour's deputy leader, has drawn up a list of parliamentary questions over the Department of Health and Social Care's decision to award major public contracts to the firm and whether it took into account its tax record. The government reported last week that Mone and her children secretly received £29 million originating from the profits of the company PPE Medpro, which was later transferred to a secret offshore trust. The firm was awarded large government contracts after the Tory peer, who's a lingerie entrepreneur, helped it to secure a place in a VIP lane the government used to prioritise companies that had political connections. Oliver Dowden, the Cabinet Office Minister, will be asked by Labour whether PPE Medpro was assessed against the grounds for exclusion of bidders from public procurement procedures. Rayner will ask what provisions were included in the company's contract to terminate the deal if it subsequently turned out that any of those exclusion criteria had been breached. In addition, she will ask the Treasury to reveal how much tax was paid by PPE Medpro in the 2020 to 21 tax year and what steps officials are taken to track profits made by suppliers through public procurement that ends up in offshore trusts. The government spent more than £13 billion on PPE during the COVID pandemic and has been accused of failing to carry out adequate due diligence in awarding contracts, with billions wasted in fraud and unused equipment. Ministers claim they were under pressure to buy PPE where they could because of global shortages. The High Court ruled earlier this year that the government had acted unlawfully in operating a special VIP lane for suppliers of PPE who had links with politicians, saying that its operation was in breach of the obligation of equal treatment. In a statement, Rayner said the latest revelations about Baroness Mone and PPE Medpro showed a total failure of due diligence and secret conflicts of interest at the heart of government procurement. And the next headline is about the Home Office. They're basically doing what a lot of people accuse other countries of doing, their corruption and stuff. So basically, Home Office have been accused of routinely changing the date of births of unaccompanied child asylum seekers to classify them as adults. As a result, many children are being wrongly sent to the notorious Home Office site at Manston in Kent. The experts warned and detained in unsafe conditions for up to several weeks. The Refugee Council said that interviews with 16 children released from Manston revealed that even in the cases of some boys who had identity documents stating that they were children, the Home Office changed their dates of birth to make them over 18. One of the children interviewed at a hotel in London last week said that they had been attacked by adults in Manston, and others described fights and the police being called. Sonia Lambert, who worked for the Refugee Council, described boys given their ages as 15 to 17, but the Home Office staff not accepting their stated ages. One had his birthday altered by 1 year, putting him over the dividing line of 18. This Afghan boy said that he cried so much, but they still didn't change it back. 3 of them showed images of ID documents or passports on their phones to officials from the Refugee Council's Age Dispute Project, which had been either ignored or discounted by the Home Office. Some of the boys said that they could not understand why they had been given a new age despite their protests. Categorizing unaccompanied child asylum seekers as adults meant that some of them were placed in Manston for more than 10 days at a time and several for over 20 days. Manston, as we reported last week, was emptied last week following a series of controversies at the site, including overcrowding, allegations of drug selling by guards, asylum seekers being left stranded in central London after their release from the centre, and outbreaks of infectious diseases such as diphtheria. On Saturday, the Home Office said that the recent death of a migrant held at Manston may have been caused by diphtheria, which is a highly contagious infection that affects the skin, the nose, and the throat. And the last headline is basically a museum in London is closing one of its main exhibitions following concerns over racist, sexist, and ableist theories, and language. The Welcome Collection says the Medicine Man display is ending after a 15-year run. The founder, Henry Wellcome, who died in 1936, collected more than 1 million objects to give an insight into global health and medicine. The museum has marked the closure of a significant turning point. Controversial objects, including the 1916 painting titled A Medical Missionary Attending to a Sick African, which depicts an African person kneeling in front of a white missionary. The museum said in a statement on Twitter, "We can't change our past, but we can work towards a future where we give voice to the narratives and lived experiences of those who had been silenced, erased, and ignored. We try to do this with some of the pieces in Medicine Man using artists' interventions, but the display still perpetuates a version of medical history that is based on racist, sexist, and ableist theories and language." It added that exhibiting the collection of paintings, books, and anatomical models told the colonial story of a man with enormous wealth, power, and privilege. The statement continued, "The result was a collection that told a global story of health and medicine in which disabled people, black people, indigenous peoples, and people of color were exoticized, marginalized, and exploited, or even missed out altogether." The Welcome Collection's website says a new exhibition featuring health stories of people who have been previously marginalized or even erased from museums will be unveiled in the coming years.
Do you think they should be taking all this stuff down?
Not necessarily, I'm not one of those who really campaign for this type of stuff, because I kind of just see it as, well, this is their country, this is their museum, this is what they believe, and no one should be forced to do anything. That's kind of how I see it.
They like when they take all this stuff in all these museums and like that, basically like they just like whitewash the history of the world and stuff like that, yeah. So they done all that before, like what they done to African history, all these kind of things, or whatever indigenous people, or anything that they've done, yeah. All right, cool. So they've done it, yeah.
Yep.
And then now it's all in museums all around the world. And then now you got a generation of people that moaned about it and complained about it, or like times are changing, things are seen as, I don't know, just different society and whatever, yeah. So then now people are complaining, and then now they're taking all these things down, yeah. But then ain't that like another, not like a whitewash, but ain't this like cleansing them of their sins now? Because then we're not having no proof of what they done.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly how I see it. So like my thing is, if you're gonna keep it up, lets me know what you think. You know what I'm saying? So we are aware of who we're dealing with. That's the first thing. And secondly, if you're gonna name an exhibition, a particular picture, where is it? A medical missionary attending to a sick African, right? And we can see that this African person kneeling in front of the white missionary, we should be able to decipher what they think of us. We shouldn't have to allow the title and all that to kind of...
We know this already, though.
You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, like you're saying, if you take it away, the next generation will kind of forget who we're dealing with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And this is when you get black people wanting to integrate into certain parts of society and getting nothing for it. So, no.
Yeah, man, I think we should do it, man. I think we should remember. Even when these people are moaning about the slave owners, it's like, at that time, it went up, it was cool. I'm saying keep it, because I don't know how long we're going to go, how long we're talking, but you're going to get, like, at least now, I know that these men owned slaves and that, and they were doing that. If you take them all down, there's going to be a generation that didn't even know this stuff happened. You know what I'm saying? You're going to pretend that you didn't do nothing.
Did you see the controversy about the new Emmett Till film coming out?
No, I didn't know about the controversy.
So I don't know when it comes out, but it looks quite good. But it's from his mother's perspective about kind of how it was like what it was like for her, and what she done afterwards, and the awareness that she had to raise and stuff like that. And a lot of people were obviously complaining, talking about like black trauma always being like a trend, and like how people love to create these films. And obviously, there's the one argument that it's educational and people need to learn, and then there's the other side that is traumatic, like people shouldn't have to keep watching these things and stuff like that. But someone made a valid point, was like, look, not being rude, but the generation that we're in, people don't read. Black people don't like to read. A lot of people don't like to actually go and do their due diligence and actually read and learn this stuff in books. So if you're going to put it in a film and people are going to watch the film, as traumatic as it may be, for some people it might be what they need. And also, again, like obviously if you don't like these type of films, just don't watch it.
Yeah, for real.
We
need to see what they've done, man.
Exactly.
And
Go on.
Go on, sir.
No, I was just going to say, we had a conversation like this on the show as well. And I was saying the same thing to Yusuf. Like, we can't rely on people to actually go and do their research. Black people won't do it, unfortunately. They need to be reminded of who they're dealing with. And if films can do it, let's get graphic with the films. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I don't really think any film could really depict what actually happened. Tens of millions of us were killed, raped, all types of stuff. And you're forgetting. Then we're going to complain in the future. But yeah. That's the end of the headlines.
Okay. Guess now it's time for Word on the Road. That. Don't do that, okay?
Sorry.
All right, so Kim Kardashian breaks her silence about the Balenciaga campaign. I'm not going to lie, this is one weak ass. Anyway, let me just read it. So she says, I've been quiet for the past few days, not because I haven't been shocked and outraged by the recent Balenciaga campaigns, but because I wanted an opportunity to speak to their team to understand for myself how this could have happened. As a mother of 4, I've been shaken by those disturbing images. The safety of children must be held with the highest regard, and anything against it should have no place in our society, period. I appreciate Balenciaga's removal of the campaigns and apology. In speaking with them, I believe they understand the seriousness of the issue and will take the necessary measures for this to never happen again. Then she went on to say, as for my future with Balenciaga, I'm currently reevaluating my relationship with the brand, basing it off their willingness to accept accountability for something that should have never happened to begin with, and the actions I'm expecting to see them take to protect their children. Sis, what you're basically saying is you're not willing and ready to let go of the bag, because all of this is bullshit. I'm so sorry.
She should part ways with the company.
Like, she's actually chatting rubbish, because when it was Kanye, your husband, the father of your pick-me-them.
That's it.
Yeah.
You came out and you said,
Yep.
I do not support any anti-Semitic something. You came with the quickness.
Yep.
You didn't even batter eyelids.
That's right.
You were ready to throw the father of your child under the bus with no regret. Do you understand what I mean?
Yep.
Like, you didn't even think about it. And this one, where this to me it should affect you more, because not saying like you're not Jewish. She's not Jewish.
No.
So this one is very close to home in my opinion, because you've got kids. You're a mother of 4. So this should speak to you as a mother. And instead of you parting ways and taking a stand and being firm in your stance, you're coming to talk about, oh, but they've accepted accountability and taken it down.
Yeah.
Are you all right in the head?
This is it.
Like, I said out loud, I was like, oh, shut the fuck up. Like, literally, I rolled my eyes and I thought, oh, I'm so over you.
Yeah.
Like, you should have just not said anything, because this was poor. Absolutely poor, in my opinion anyway.
100%. You're 100% correct, man. Like you said, even the whole family came out against Kanye West.
Literally.
It just shows you could be the husband, you could be the father of 4 children, black man, you mean nothing.
It doesn't mean anything, but because of bag, you wanna, yeah, no, I'm not feeling it, I'm not gonna lie. Not at all.
Do you think that she has a vested interest in Balenciaga?
Of course. I feel like she's their ambassador, right? I think she's like the face of their brand.
Yeah, I'm sure she is the best.
Yeah, she's an ambassador. So I get it, and it's going to be a big bag to drop. But I think if you're trying, and remember, she's trying to position herself as this, you know, like with all the stuff the legal stuff that she's doing. Like, do you know what I mean? So for me, I just thought you dropped the ball on this one. I'm not going to lie.
Do you think she has equity, a large stake in Balenciaga, her family?
Possibly.
No, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think she's got equity in
I have no idea.
So it's just regular money.
Yeah, it's a big bag.
Interesting.
Yeah. I just think it's definitely a big bag, though. I mean, she's Kim Kardashian, so I can't imagine what that bag looks like. But do you know what I mean?
So if we run along with the conspiracy theories that Satanists actually control this particular massive brand,
Yeah.
do you not think that there is a deal, an agreement, amongst these types of families that go far past just a big bag?
They probably have a video of her
I don't know.
fucking a goat.
Brent's insinuating they got like some blood oaths and that. I don't know what's going on over there.
I don't know. Regardless of whatever it is, I just think she should have come better than that, in my opinion. And I think it speaks also to what Kanye says about like a lot of people not being like having their own voices and being controlled by like the man. Do you get what I mean? Yeah.
That's a big fashion house. They've been around for a long time. I don't know, even with her popularity and that, if she can infiltrate it on that level. Not sure. Don't know, Brent.
No?
But Yeah.
All right, the people are saying Kanye West threw himself under the bus. Please don't blame Kim.
No one's blaming Kim.
But
no
Kim
one's
was
blaming
fast
Kim.
to come
But
and
she was.
condemn her and her.
It's like you've
but when it's
missed. You
Balenciaga,
literally missed the whole point of what I said.
I want to take. I need
Like-
to take a few days out to check and her. Did you check anything with Kanye?
Are you lot
What
all
are you talking
right?
about?
Exactly.
You just threw your king under the bus.
You literally missed the whole point. Whether he threw himself under the bus or not is irrelevant. It's the point. The point is, like you said, Marks, she didn't bat an eyelid. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, and no one's defending Kanye. Anyway, let me move on before I get high blood pressure. Second thing on the agenda is basically Donald Trump states that him backing Kanye West is fake news. So Kanye West put out a tweet and said, "First time at Mar-a-Lago, rain in traffic. Can't believe I kept President Trump waiting and I had on jeans. Yikes. What you guys think his response was when I asked him to be my running mate in 2024? That's very yay, that's very nay." And then Trump basically comes out and says, "So I help a seriously troubled man." First of all, he called Kanye a seriously troubled man who just happens to be black. Yay, Kanye West, who has been decimated in his business and virtually everywhere else, and who has always been good to me by allowing his request for a meeting at Mar-a-Lago alone so that I can give him very much needed advice. He shows up with 3 people, 2 of which I didn't know, the other political person who I haven't seen in years. I told him, don't run for office. It's a total waste of time. You can't win. Fake news went crazy. So he's letting you lot know that he's not trying to be Kanye's running mate. And he told Kanye not to run and not to waste his time. So your brother out here wilding again with fake news.
Kanye can't be stopped, man.
You can't. I think if we ignore him, yeah, then eventually his only child syndrome will like.
Do you think Kanye is running because he thinks he'll win?
No.
So then you have to ask, why is he running? There must be something else.
Because of all the stuff that he's doing now. It's
That's
creating conversation. He's like the you know, like the only child. He's got only child syndrome. He likes to be the center of attention. It's like if you're not talking about him, he can't breathe.
That's a lot of money, like just for that though, just for attention.
Okay.
Money he doesn't have. People have to like sponsor his campaigns and all sorts. You know what I'm saying?
That one there.
So why do you think he's running, Emmanuel?
I don't know, but I don't believe he thinks he'll win. But I do believe it's probably something there. Like even if it's just to highlight certain issues that the other, like the main candidates from the Republicans and the what they called Democrats won't highlight. Even if it's just to mention certain things, it might be for that.
So why is he aligning himself with the people that he's aligning himself with for his campaign run?
Maybe their views are a bit closer to his, and he's willing to say certain things that they won't say. You know what I mean? Like before Trump, the average Republican wouldn't be so bold to say certain things. You know what I'm saying? Even though Republicans were maybe known for those type of views, the average Republican candidate wouldn't go as far as Trump. But Kanye seems like the type who would. So maybe he's trying to highlight certain things. You know what I'm saying?
Do you know who he's aligning himself with?
No.
Have you been checking his campaign trail?
No, I haven't. I just thought it was Trump because of
Nah, it's
what
not,
Gina was
it's not.
saying.
He actually
Okay.
went to Mar-a-Lago with Nick Fuentes and I think it's something Let me hold up.
Okay.
You didn't see any of this?
No, I haven't seen it.
So you really took the week off?
I've been very busy, man.
I hear that.
Really working, back, behind the scenes and that.
I hear that. Yeah, it was some guy who used to be gay, and then he went into gay conversion, and he's not gay anymore. He agrees with having sex with children, and
What?
he said that 13 is a good age for a child to be sexually
What guy are you
active.
talking about? The black guy?
No, the Greek guy that he is.
No.
I don't know what they call it. His PA or something.
Is this one of those statements that he may have said off the record or like 20 years ago or something?
The guy who he's running with.
Yeah,
Guy who's handling his campaign.
yeah.
Yeah.
The guy you're saying, okay, so it was ages ago, right?
Yeah, it's not a recent.
Oh, okay,
thing.
cool.
Yeah, he has a history of nonsense.
Mm.
Yeah.
Right.
But I'll fill you in after
Okay,
the stream, because I don't know if it is that you're completely oblivious to what's going on.
Mm.
Yeah, but Nick Fuentes he's a racist motherfucker.
Mm.
Yeah. Far right.
Okay.
Okay, and the last bit of word on the road is Ivorian Doll claps back at Esther Falan with a diss track. So
Thank you, Femster Milo Yiannopoulos. That's it.
Oh, that guy
Who
Milo. He's outspoken gay far right guy.
Yeah, he's not gay anymore.
He's not?
He's not being gay. He's now a conservative Christian,
Oh, for real?
and now he has a gay conversion business.
Serious?
Yeah.
This is very, yeah. Interesting.
But yeah, thanks for cutting me off, Grace.
Sorry.
No, you're not sorry. It's fine.
Yeah, I got in trouble for that before. I apologize.
It's very rude.
Sorry.
Anyway, like I was saying, she basically made a diss track. I don't know if you guys spoke about it before, where Esther was talking about. I feel like Esther, who's not here, would really kind of engage with me on this
one when she was
conversation.
talking about her dress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously we saw her speak about her dress and in a quite distasteful way, and she responded back with a diss track and performed it live over the weekend. And no, she did. And the thing is, Esther's like responding, and I'm even like, do you know what? If that was me, I wouldn't even respond. So obviously she gets onto her and says stuff like, "Oh, what was you doing at the age of 22? Like you was a baby mom, blah 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 blah." And then Esther's putting up pictures of her like graduating with her daughter, saying, "This is what I was doing at 21. I was like trying to be a family woman and whatnot." Like, yeah, it's all a mess. Literally, it's all a mess.
Was Dammy getting onto her as well? I see some
Yeah,
clip.
on the show, basically getting onto her about her outfit. But yeah,
Wasn't the best in the world, to be fair.
what, her outfit? You didn't like it? No? Okay. And that is it.
Yeah, you did it right.
Huh?
I said you did well.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Right, welcome to the People's Journal, where I give you the news from an economics point of view. So, I would have had a lot to talk about, to be fair, because I haven't done People's Journal for like almost 2 weeks. But a lot of that news is old news. So, we shall move on. The first thing I want to talk about is basically interest rates, right? As we know, interest rates have been going up. Bank of England kept increasing them to try and deal with inflation. But certain people, like a senior policymaker, right, by the name of Dave Ramsden, who's one of the bank's deputy governors, pretty much came out and said that interest rates may need to start falling again if the cost of living pressures abate more quickly than the Bank of England actually expects, which is a good thing, because obviously, interest rates being high is good for your savings and stuff like that, right? But obviously, that's not the be-all and end-all. When it comes to mortgages, for example, and everything like that, that's just crippled a lot of people. People are really scared about what the future is going to be like. So I think what he's saying here is really good, because typically when the Bank of England increases their interest rates, they are a lot quicker to increase those interest rates, but a lot slower to reduce them. So he's coming out saying, look, if things get a bit better, it's less intense, we need to bring them down so that at least we can kind of help with the whole cost of living crisis and things can actually get some more stable level. So hopefully people listening to what he's saying, this is what he said. He also said, given the uncertainties we face, it's important also to be humble about what we don't know or still have to learn. I favour a watchful and responsive approach to setting policy. Although my bias is towards further tightening, if the economy develops differently to my expectation and persistence in inflation stops being a concern, then I'll consider the case for reducing bank rate, which I think makes perfect sense. So hopefully things do get better and we can get the interest rates to come down.
How soon do you think that will happen, though? Realistically.
As in come down how much though? To what it was before?
I mean,
They've been talking about years.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
4 of them or something.
Yeah. It's gonna take a while.
Oh, child. The ghetto.
It's gonna take a while. But there is kind of a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel, because recently, according to new data, right, what they're saying, is that the squeeze on people renewing or trying to get new mortgages has actually eased a bit. So right now, the average 5-year fixed rate mortgage fell below 6% for the first time in 7 weeks, last week Tuesday. Again, since obviously Liz Truss and Mr. Kwate, everything's just been going up like this, isn't it? So to actually kind of see it kind of reverse a bit is positive, man. It's positive. Like I said, on Tuesday, the average 5-year mortgage rate hit 5.95% and remained at the same rate the following day as well. And it's down from 6.5%. So that's a decent drop. You know what I'm saying? It's a decent drop. Hopefully it continues, but again, it's far too early to say, it's going to be going back down again. To get down to what it was before, like 2 years ago, where it was like 2%, 1.94%, stuff like that, it's going to take a while. I think it's going to take a while. A couple of years, 3 years maybe. But yeah.
Okay.
Also, about properties and stuff like this, UK homeowners are being forced to settle for below asking price, apparently. So people selling their homes have typically had to settle for below the asking price in recent weeks, according to Zoopla. And they're predicting that a lot of people have been accepting, well, based on their stats and whatnot, who are buying via Zoopla and whatnot. People have been willing to accept 3% below their asking price. Doesn't seem like the biggest thing, but it's still, normally that just doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying? 3%. Also, they're also predicting that house prices will fall by about 5% next year. So like I was saying before, if you got your money, if you got your cash ready for a deposit.
That's me. I'm literally waiting.
There you go. It may be a good time to buy.
I'm literally waiting.
Yeah. Next year, not right now.
No, yeah. I
Yeah.
was going to this year, and then my account advised me. He's like, listen, sis, just wait.
Just chill for a bit,
So
yeah.
I'm just
100%.
waiting. Literally.
It's too premature to make a move right now. And also you have to think long term as well, because mortgage rates are crazy high. But at the same time, if you do get, you can basically get the best of both worlds. You can get a property that's below its real value right now. Obviously that's a bonus. You're going to pay higher for your mortgage rates, your mortgage every month. But if, for example, you got a fixed 2 or 3 year mortgage, if everything drops now, after those 2-3 years, you're laughing. You're saving money every month, and you've got a house that hopefully should go up in value almost immediately. So yeah, that's what's happening right now. Shares in one of the biggest UK estate agents as well kind of fell because of the whole housing market and everything. What's the name of this property? This company. LSL Property Services. Yeah, so basically, they're one of the UK's largest estate agents chains, and their share price tumbled by as much as 11% after it warned on profits for the second half of the year, and basically said that conditions in the housing market have become more challenging than anticipated. So yeah, that's just a sign of what I was saying earlier about prices going down, innit?
Yeah.
Last thing I want to talk about is basically insulation and stuff, right? So basically, the business secretary's come out and said that an extra £1 billion is likely to be spent to insulate the UK's least energy efficient homes. So Grant Shapps basically said that the new funding was part of a strategy of working towards an overall energy independent future for the UK, and would save basically save about £310 a year for those who benefit from this particular scheme, right? This particular scheme is called the ECO Plus scheme. It's going to target homes that have a lower energy efficiency rating and are also in lower council tax bands. So obviously, if you've got council tax band D and E and them ones there, yeah, obviously it's not for you, innit? Basically, people with like A and probably B or whatever, and also have lower energy efficiency ratings, they'll benefit from this particular scheme. So yeah, government's trying to do certain things. Hopefully by putting money into the scheme and people benefiting from this, people will be less needing to have it to keep on their heating for a lot longer and, can save money. So yeah, man, hopefully that is the case. And yeah, I said that was the last thing, but this is the very last thing, right? The government also warned that energy firms, have secretly, some of them apparently, have secretly been trying to increase people's direct debit payments. So even though you're not actually using more energy, they're basically saying, look, we anticipate you will, so we're going to increase your direct debits. And they're basically saying, you can't be doing this to people, man. Especially when things are already tight. You know what I'm saying? So, again, the same business secretary, Grant Shapps, has basically written to suppliers asking them to ensure that bills reflect what homes are actually using and make sure they don't overestimate charges and stuff like that. So, people, if you're seeing that your direct debits are going up, yeah, obviously contest that and ask them to keep it down, put it down, or keep it at a standard thingy. And obviously, if you use more, you can always top it up and pay more. You know what I'm saying? But they don't have any right to increase it. You know what I'm saying? Just because they believe it can be using more.
They've been doing that though.
Yeah. But they're doing it a lot more apparently.
And they're not telling you.
Exactly. And this is why also, good thing you mentioned that, Brent. It's important for people to actually submit their own NG readings, isn't it? You know what I'm saying? So that they're not dealing with the estimates and stuff. Because the estimates really are just not... They're estimates and they're not really accurate. Especially if you're putting in the effort to make sure you're not putting on the heating at certain times and you're turning off your lights at certain times and things of that nature. Makes sense to obviously submit those readings so you can actually benefit from the effort that you're putting in. And yeah, that's it pretty much for the People's Journal today.
All right, so now we're going to move on to asking for a friend. Okay, so on today's asking for a friend, it's a bit of a sticky one. So it says, hi guys, love the show, but I'm in a pickle. I've had sex with my work husband and I no longer desire him. I now understand how guys say sex is just sex. I have no desire to be with this man, but this guy is threatening to tell my husband. I thought he would just be content having a little fun with a colleague at work, but instead, the second time I saw him, he started talking about taking me out on a date. I quickly told him that this was... I quickly told him what this was, but he refused to accept that this was just sex for me. I don't know what to do, as I really don't want my husband to leave me, as I love him dearly. How do I handle this?
Just kill him.
You say kill him? You say kill him?
Yeah, man.
I'm over you.
You can poison him over time. Put arsenic in your pom pom.
No, I'm dead. I'm actually over you. I'm not gonna lie, this is a bit of a pickle, but this is why I don't dabble. Like,
You never had a work husband before?
no,
Never.
no,
Oh, women love work husbands.
no, I've never had one.
So you say you can't. There's nothing. You can't even like relate to her on any level.
No, do you know what it is? Because to be honest with me, sex isn't just sex though. So I can't relate to her on that level anyway.
Okay.
Do you get what I mean? So I know what I'm like. I don't put myself in those situations because it's long for me. So, yeah. How do you handle this? Girl? I mean, you can try to reason with this man, but you might just have to keep...
No, he sounds unreasonable.
No, but that's what I'm saying. You might just have to keep... Do you know, if I'm honest, yeah...
That's black.
If you really don't want to, like, continue venturing down this road with this man, you're going to have to tell your husband yourself. Yeah. In my opinion, it's going to be... You're going to soften... The blow's going to be mad regardless, right? Like, and it's not going to soften it to the point where it's like a pillow. But, I mean, I just feel like it would be better coming from you than it coming from your work husband, in my opinion. Because, like you said, he's already blackmailing you. He doesn't seem reasonable. So I feel like regardless, your husband's going to find out somehow. So if you have the opportunity to kind of lead on this, I would say you should. Margs is looking at me like I'm absolutely crazy.
Nah, I wouldn't. Especially in relationships, honesty is never good. But in this scenario, you might be onto something. Because this guy sounds like he's got nothing to lose.
He's literally got nothing to lose.
He sounds like an idiot.
So I don't
and
see...
he's disrespecting
the pattern.
Yeah, he's disrespecting the pattern, yeah. Like, that their relationship was supposed to be sacred and you get me, married woman giving you pom-pom, you're supposed to respect that in some way, shape or form. You get me? And he's disrespecting her and now he's threatening her with her livelihood and these things. Obviously, if she could do it and get away with it, that would be my best advice. But obviously, that's not my advice, so don't kill him.
I'm done.
But seriously, she might just have to just take control of the situation and just be honest.
And to be honest, yeah, even with the whole you don't want your husband to leave you stuff and you love him dearly. I hear all that, but at the same time, accountability in it, like you kind of know what, like venturing in this realm, you kind of know what risks come with it. Do you know what I mean? Yes, not everything comes to light, but there's also the risk of it coming out. Do you understand what I mean? So, I mean,
Oh, you don't have to confess. Just leave your job. Get a new job.
how does that stop him from telling her husband?
What? Nah, man.
No,
she might have met.
How does that stop her from, whether she's at the job or not? He's already threatened to tell her husband, so clearly he knows who her husband is and has access to him. Because otherwise,
Their
she wouldn't be.
their relationship works from work, innit? Yeah. Obviously, he slept with her a couple of times. He wants her to be more, boom, boom, boom. But it all stems from work, innit?
Yeah.
She's the work husband, work wifey. This is where all the trouble started, innit? Yeah. If she leaves work, and doesn't frame it that she's doing it because of him, just that she's gone for a new job, then the dynamics of the relationship changes.
Yes, but
how can he then go and leave work and go and try and bother her husband and talk about
because this is the same guy. He said he wants to take her out on a date, so it doesn't. Do you get it? Like, it's not just the parameters of work. He clearly wants to date her. He clearly wants more than it being a work relationship, which is why
he's got feelings.
He's got feelings. Yeah. So regardless of whether she works in that establishment or not, he's still gonna want something with her outside of work. Yeah. Do you understand what I mean? So I don't think her leaving her job is gonna change the dynamics in terms of what he wants. Yes, it will create distance and maybe he'll get over it. But ultimately I still feel like he's caught feelings and he wants to date her, which is why he's just like, if you don't date me or continue, do you know what I mean? I'm gonna tell your husband.
I think you guys are right, man. Be honest with the husband. Tell him this and the third. Get rid of the situation. But also, I think it's a criminal offence, right? To obviously blackmail with like a sex tape and stuff, innit? I think she should maybe add spice to his story. Tell HR and the police that he said he's going to tell my husband and show my husband proof of our sexual encounter. Obviously, he hasn't, right? But still, he might get scared, man.
I hear you, but you see that, I believe you need to go to hell. Because you know what it is. You know when you start, because then you could tell work that, and I could lose my job. Yeah. Just because you fucked out on your husband. Are you insane? Do you know what? Do you know my response to that? I'm burning you. No. Think about it, right? If I'm unhinged, because he does sound unhinged already, and now you've got an added salt. Yeah. Pepper and seasoning to a situation that's already bad, and now work has got involved, and I've either been suspended or like now my career's on the line. I am burning you to the ground, and I'm taking you with, like, as in there's no way that's gonna make me get scared. Especially if I know you're lying.
You can get scared though, because you don't have to put sauce on it. She could just say, if you go to my husband, I'm gonna go to HR. So fair enough, I'm gonna lose my marriage. You're gonna lose your livelihood. But and also, you're not going to have me as well.
Yeah, exactly. And also, I'm talking about threatening, not necessarily doing it.
Oh, okay.
In the same way he's threatening.
Because I'm seeing it as, obviously, because you know how sometimes when you're so scared, to mess up something, you go and make it worse by completely like, like for example, this is trigger warning, and this is really off topic here, but you see how like we've heard of scenarios where a girl might have cheated on her partner and then lied and said she got raped. Because do you know what I mean? Like that kind of situation is like, I'm burning you to the ground and taking you with me. Like
that's true.
Like everyone's getting it. Fuck my job. Like, do you know what I mean? Yeah. So that's how I'm seeing that.
Yeah, that makes sense, because them type of situations there, you have to go.
It's mad, but all because you fucked out on your husband.
Yeah. Yeah. But like I said, I'm only seeing it as a threat to kind of keep him silent. You know what I'm saying? But I think the best thing, obviously, is like you guys said, isn't it? Just tell her.
So are we brushing over the fact that she said she now understands how
sex is just sex?
Yeah.
You know, she's learning, man. She's getting with it. She chopped him. She was probably all caught up in the whirlwind of the romance as well until she chopped him in, and she thought,
meaty.
Yeah. I'm off this now. You know what I'm trying to say? Let me go back to my man. You get me? And now he's trying to fuck the game up, really and truly. I don't like snitches, man. Snitches get stitches. So he's doing the wrong thing. They're both wrong, but I think he's
an animal.
I think he's wronger. She's got to HR.
I'm not gonna lie, sis. Tell your husband. Personally.
or like get him like beat up, like ain't got like no cousins or something like this.
So he keeps his mouth shut.
Yeah, there must be a way that you can do this for everything's intact, so the job's cool, your marriage is intact. Because at the same time, I don't want her to lose anything. You get me?
Upon telling her husband, and Margs, you're her husband, or one of your brethren who actually believes in marriage is a husband, what are you advising your brethren to do?
Leave her.
So she's gonna lose either way, yeah?
That's
Yeah,
why
but-
I told you,
but-
honestly, I
but
would
do you know
never
what it-
suggest honesty in a relationship.
But it's accountability, though. It's like, I get what you're saying, yeah. But even in this whole scenario, I'm just like, where's the accountability?
What, from her?
Yeah.
It's not about, you're worried about the, what are we talking, accountability? But she's got a problem. She wants help. She got asked for help. She's got a problem here. It's not about accountability. You're worried about the wrong thing. This is what happens. It's about accountability. Got to judge the issues. Let's get our ducks in a row.
Because I'm just like,
Accountability.
ma'am? Yes.
Like admitting you got a problem is the first step. She knows she's here for help.
All right,
you know what I'm
fine.
trying to say?
Fine.
Accountability, you know, trying to make this about her. It ain't about her. It's about what that piece of shit man's doing.
This is what I'm saying. You're making it seem like the only person who is innocent, who I feel sorry for in this scenario,
Is the
husband. Yes.
Yeah, but he's not. We're not discussing him, innit?
No, fair enough. But I just want to give him a voice too.
Yeah.
You know.
Someone in the chat said he must have done something for her to go and cheat.
That's not true.
Who said that, man?
I don't believe that. That's not that. I don't believe
Nah,
that's true.
man.
I mean, that's true. You get me? They don't always have to be trouble in paradise, man. Just humans are like that, man. Men and women, it's weird. They're in close proximity together. Their attraction. She just let. I can't. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know, man. But she just let all that stuff get the best of her. You get me? It's just a slip. Just a little slip.
Someone wants you to break down what you mean by there should never be honesty in a relationship.
Huh?
Someone wants you to break down there should never be honesty in a relationship.
Okay, cool. Well, what I'm saying, what I mean with that is obviously like ideally all relationships should be flourishing with honesty and everybody should be honest and that. Yeah.
I only want you to speak your truth. I don't want you to
I said ideally.
massage anything.
No, I'm just saying ideally how it would work, innit? Like, do you get what I'm trying to say? But once lies and these things and deceit does creep into the relationship, yeah, honesty is not gonna fix the cause. You know what I'm trying to say? Like it's the wrong route to go down. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like you think, oh yeah, all this lies, all this deceit, you can't help, like you can't take it. It's weighing on your shoulders, conscience, all this foolishness, and then you're saying to yourself, okay, you know what? Because to clear your conscience, you know what I'm trying to say? Like you say, you know what? Let me just tell the truth. Let me just get this all off my chest. And you think everything's gonna be better, and it's never gonna be better. You know what I'm trying to say? Like it's never gonna be better. So. I say it a bit tongue in cheek, but what I mean is in this situation, her just being totally honest and saying and coming clean to her husband sounds sensible, yeah. But in reality, yeah, it's just gonna mash up everything. Like honestly, it is as well. And obviously, you could say, "Oh yeah, you should have thought about that before you done it." Again, you're skipping steps. You bring up the past. I'm talking about where we are now. You get me? What's done is done. She done what she done. Honesty is not the best policy. She needs to work a way around this, yeah, so she can come out on top and save her husband's feelings. And the sad truth is, her best chance of doing that is going to be around lies. So that's my logic. That's my thinking.
Manuel?
Yeah.
Legit?
What's up, bro?
Legit?
Yeah.
Legit?
I mean, depends on how you look at it. No, it's like I said, innit? Obviously, the best thing is, I feel for the husband, man. I really do feel for him. Obviously, like Gina said, yeah. But I really hate this guy that's threatening to snitch. You know?
Yeah.
I really hate that guy, man.
Yeah.
I feel like he's an animal, and like.
Not an animal.
To be fair, I think in most situations you kind of see women threatening to do that, but to see a man do this, yeah, I don't know, it's disappointing. This is why I feel like something should happen to him too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
This is why I mentioned that thing there. But again, both of them are terrorists for what they did.
Is it because for you, right?
For me,
For you, like he should be privileged that he's sleeping with somebody's wife, and instead of being quiet, he's now coming to.
No, I wouldn't call it that.
Like, why are you upset that he's now catching feelings?
He's breaking the code. Yeah,
it's not
he
catching
got into
feelings.
this situation with a married woman. Yeah, knowing that she was married. Yeah, and obviously we're not privy to their conversations. Yeah, but it doesn't sound like she was saying, "Oh yeah, we're gonna leave and run off into the sunset." Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like they're having a little bit of fun at work. Yeah, she's taken. Yeah, he understands that, so he should feel privileged. Yeah, that she's gonna bless him with his time and her pum pum. Like he should feel privileged. You know what I'm trying to say? Now he's betraying her trust. You know what I'm trying to say? Talking about dating and threatening to tell husbands and all these things. This is not what we spoke about. You know what I'm trying to say? And obviously it's my fault because I had more to lose than you. But we came together on a common ground, and initially before you got the pum pum, we was fine. We was apparently we was cool. We was friends and that, innit? Now you're trying to mash up my livelihood and my life. You're a piece of shit. At the end of the day. That's what he is. Because if he can't sit on no moral high ground because he shouldn't have done it in the first place.
Exactly.
He should have said, nope, you're a married woman. I can't sleep with you. I'm not doing that. You get me?
Exactly.
But he didn't. He took the pum pum, and now, you get me? When you mash this up and you go and tell the husband, what makes you think she's even going to want you idiot? Like, it don't make no sense. Everything he's doing is wrong. Exactly. He's in the wrong here. He's worse, yeah?
Okay.
Yeah, I really don't like people like that, man. Really don't like people like that.
Would you feel sorry for her if it is that she loses her relationship with the husband?
Me?
Yeah.
On the surface, yeah. I mean, I don't know the ins and outs of their relationship. I don't know if she's got previous or whatever, but just as an isolated incident and just hearing it, yeah, I'd feel sad for her if she lost her husband.
But you, Emmanuel?
I mean, I feel sorry for anybody in that situation who their family just broke up because of this nonsense. You know what I'm saying?
Didn't she break a code with the husband?
100%. It's not worth it.
No,
it's not worth it. You know what I'm saying?
Just checking.
Wait, does it sound like I'm saying?
No, because the comment sounded like because of him. Like
oh no. Thank you for saying that. Yes. No. It's just like like both of them are terrorists, innit? But I really just don't like the fact that he feels it's okay to try and exploit her. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, it was a mistake. She did bad. She did wrong, this, that, and the third. But why are you trying to make her life hell? Like, even more. I can't respect that, man.
Can you respect her, though?
No, not at all. But what I'm saying is, he's a terrorist as well. He's just as bad. He's just as bad.
Terrorist, then.
Huh?
Both of them are terrorists.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
All right.
She's a human being in a moment of weakness. You know, she just made a mistake. Let's not vilify her. Especially if she hasn't got any previous. Especially if she's just done this one time. You know, nobody's perfect. He's the terrorist.
She said she still loves her husband.
There you go. I think he's the villain in this story. I think she's a victim. I think she's been seduced, and yeah, she's just a victim of circumstances. And this guy is a predator, and he took advantage of her. That's what I think.
All right, spanner. Right. Let's just say you worked in the same workplace, and this husband was your brethren, let's say Margs, loons, right? And you found out that his missus was doing the dirty with his fella. The guy is not even going to tell the fella. He's not going to tell loons. Are you telling loons?
Yeah, I'll tell loons.
Wow, you snitch.
What?
Snitches get stitches.
Dirty snitch.
No, my lot is like to loons.
Thank you.
So
what's that mean? Is the loyalty that guy to the husband?
You don't like snitches. The snitches get stitches.
No, that they was involved. This is not me. This is not me snitching. Like, snitching would be like the connotations of snitching will be when you get yourself in a problem and then you start feeding out information to save your skin. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, so then you know what I'm trying to say? Like, stepping on people. Right. I'm not involved in all of this, so. I hear you. You can snitch or whatever, but it's more like neighborhood watch things, just passing over information. This is what your gal is doing. She's doing it in my workplace with someone that I know as well. She's got no respect for you. You get me? Because she should have known that. I could have found out. I'm just gonna pass over this information that she was so lax with and so loose with. I don't think I'm doing anything wrong there. I'm just telling you, this is what your gal's doing, Killy.
All right, advice all around.
Me, as I said, I think you should tell your husband personally, and cut ties with this man. Yeah, that's my advice.
I think she should tell her husband, and at least give the opportunity for their marriage to fix the problems that caused this in the first place, right? And hopefully mend something with him and live the rest of their life with their children happy, right? At least give that opportunity. In addition to that, though, ruin the other guy. Whatever way you see fit.
Marks.
I think you need a contingency plan. I think you should link him and sleep with him and film it and have it there. I don't know what you're going to do with that, but just keep it there just in case. I think you should, if you're not prepared to go to HR and tell them what he's doing, then I think you should go and get a new job. I think you should go and find a new job, and I think you should leave and cut ties with this guy. I don't think he's gonna come. I don't think he's gonna come and knock on the door and come and find you. He's gassing, man. It's not love like that, man. It's just because you're there. You're just in his face every day. It's a proximity thing. It's proximity love. You get me? Because you're in work. I think you should go get a new job and go and move on and live happily ever after. That's what I think you should do.
I hear that. Somebody asked in the group, Emmanuel, why would you want this husband to suffer this cheating wife? Why would you want them to work on their marriage?
Only because they're married and there's a lot at stake, innit?
But she's claimed that it was nothing. It was just sex.
Yeah, I know. But I'm just assuming that if it was the other way around, the man, she would expect, or at least would want her husband to tell her. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm. The fact that she doesn't want to lose it all and she's worried speaks to it being a good
100%.
marriage.
Yeah.
You get me? So, yeah.
All right.
Good marriage. Sounds like she got a good husband there.
Mm-hmm.
So she just needs to stick at it, work on it.
Yeah. Type of marriage I should look forward to, yeah.
Well, he's happy. He's currently happy.
Because he doesn't look.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're happy.
So that's important. Don't let that be lost on you. He's actually, as things stand, he's happily married.
How do you know?
Because I think if he wasn't, then this wouldn't be a dilemma for her. This would be a gateway into something new.
Fair.
You get me? This is where she wants to be.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. So that's our advice. Our dear friend. You've heard it from all three of us. I guess do what you want, but do let us know though. Let us know how it goes.
Yeah, you people need to start sending in what happens afterwards.
Yeah, let us know how
updates.
this actually, let us know what you end up doing and how it all pans out. We'd love to hear from you. And also, as a reminder, guys, if you do want to send in a sis, what would you do, or asking for a friend, the number is 07564 841 073. Or the email address is tdasubmissions@thenewblack.com.
Who's Cameroon playing?
Serbia.
Okay.
Yeah, Serbia.
Oh, they're winning 1-0.
Cameroon.
Yeah, that's what Kevin just said.
Beautiful. All right, headlines. Not sure if you guys was watching I'm a Celebrity and that, but Jill Scott has won.
What, the singer Jill Scott?
No.
That's what I thought when I heard.
No, the former Lioness England midfielder. Yeah. Yeah, I never heard of her before as well, man. But yeah, she won it. She beat politician Matt Hancock and the Hollyoaks actor Owen Warner in the grand final on Sunday evening after surviving 23 days in the Australian camp. After congratulating the former midfielder on her win, Mike Tyndall did the honours in placing the floral crown on Jill's head as she sat triumphantly on the wooden throne before she embraced her fiancé, Shelley Unit, on the bridge. As mentioned, Matt Hancock finished in third place. The MP's participation on the show has been very controversial, as we've spoken about many times. He was asked by Anton Deck why he took part in the series, and it's what he said. I wanted to show what I'm like as a person. Lots of people come to me with preconceived ideas for obvious reasons, and I just wanted to be myself. But I also believe that for politicians as a whole, we don't come across as human enough. And this is probably the most extreme way of showing who you are. I carry with me expectations. People think they know me, and actually they don't. They know Matt Hancock from the TV and the media. During his exit interview, Hancock admitted that he was nervous about taking part and admitted that he had expected the tough questions that he was asked by his other campmates. He said, some of those grillings were really reasonable, really enjoyable, and a release, because I could say exactly what I thought. And some were very emotional about some parts of the past that everybody knows about. We had really grown-up conversations about it, and there were strong feelings, but there wasn't any aggro. They were just discussions. I know it was controversial, me coming in here, but we've all got a lot of sides to our personalities. And the next headline, trigger warning here, murder and child abuse. It's a really sad one. And 3 people have been arrested after the bodies of 2 babies were found at home. Officers were called to a house in Bridgen just before 8 o'clock on Saturday. 2 men aged 37 and 47 and a woman who's 29 have been arrested on suspicion of concealing the birth of a child. Superintendent Mark Atwell of South Wales Police said that the incident was distressing and appealed for anyone with information to contact the force. There will be a visible police presence in the area as extensive inquiries continue over the weekend, and we encourage anyone with information or concerns to talk to the officers, he added. All 3 suspects remain in police custody. And the last headline, also trigger warning here, it's about murder. And a 16-year-old boy has been arrested on suspicion of murder after 2 teenagers were fatally stabbed just a mile apart in southeast London. Officers were called at about 17:10 on Saturday to reports people had been injured in Selwell Road in Abbey Wood and in Thamesmead. Despite the attendance of police and paramedics, 2 16-year-old boys were pronounced dead. They have been named as Kern Solanke and Charlie Bartolo. The victims' families are being supported by specialist officers, police said. Following the announcement of the arrest, Detective Chief Inspector Kate Blackburn said in their statement, "This is a positive development in what is a complex and fast-moving investigation. Charlie and Kern's family have been informed. Our investigation is ongoing and we continue to appeal for the public's help as we build a picture of what happened on Saturday night. If you have information, no matter how insignificant you think it may be, please come forward," she said. Speaking at one of the crime scenes earlier, Detective Superintendent Richard McDonough said, "Homicide colleagues are investigating and are treating the 2 murders as linked. I can assure everybody affected by these murders that skilled detectives will work tirelessly to discover what happened and provide answers to the young victims and families." He added that officers are especially keen to hear from anyone who might have seen a dark-coloured SUV or 4x4 type with distinctive silver roof bars in the areas around Selwell Road or Titmus Avenue in the days prior to the murders. And that's the end of the headlines. Let's go on to the reaction.
We got sports in the building.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Esther's not here, man. You loving the World Cup, Gina?
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, the only matches I've watched is Ghana. I watched the Ghana and Portugal match the other day, and every other one I've kind of missed. But I'm gonna watch Ghana today, though.
I was about to say, you're gonna be watching them today.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss probably like the first 30 minutes though. But I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it.
All right, cool. So let's get into some of our sports headlines. So yesterday we had Spain versus Germany. How do I say this? Niklas Füllkrug.
Yep.
Well, Niklas Füllkrug gave Germany a precious point against Spain after they fight for World Cup survival. Germany's hopes of reaching the knockout phase had been given an unlikely lifeline earlier on Sunday when Costa Rica beat Japan, when any other result would have meant defeat by Spain would send them out. Hansi Flick's side still need to defeat Costa Rica in their final Group E game and hope Japan do not spring a shock against Spain, but at least they know their hopes of moving into the last 16 are intact after falling behind at Al-Bayat Stadium. Spain, who almost went ahead in the first half when keeper Manuel Neuer turned Daniel Olmo's shot into the bar, took the lead after 62 minutes when substitute Alvaro Morata applied a brilliant near-post flick to Jordi Alba's cross. Germany pressed forward with Füllkrug, and Füllkrug gave them a point 7 minutes from the end when he burst through and lashed an unstoppable finish high past Spain keeper Unai Simon. Leroy Sané almost won it for Germany in the dying seconds, but ran out of space as he raced through on goal and the ball was scrambled clear. Saw that. Did you watch that game?
I did, you know. I watched about 3/4 of it.
Yeah.
It was a good game, man.
I was watching it live. We was hosting at Botspot yesterday, but halfway through the game, I just started partying and turning up and wasn't concentrating. Wasn't the best game in the world. Did Germany thought they went in front and then VAR disallowed it in the first half, innit? Yeah. I thought Spain was going to win it, but they done good to come back. All right, cool. And then also, did you see this one yesterday? Argentina defeat Mexico.
I only saw the highlights of this one, you know.
Okay, so Lionel Messi's superb long-range strike helped revive Argentina's flagging World Cup hopes as they claimed the crucial 2-0 winner over Mexico at the Lusail Stadium. Argentina came into the game knowing defeat would mean elimination after their shock 2-1 loss to Saudi Arabia, and they laboured again until Messi's 65-minute intervention. The 35-year-old, playing at what is expected to be his last World Cup, picked up Angel Di Maria's pass outside the box and arrowed a precise shot into the bottom corner to break the deadlock in a scrappy and ill-tempered encounter. Messi then turned provider as Argentina made the game safe 3 minutes from time, his pass-finding substitute Enzo Fernandez, who cut inside and curled a sumptuous finish past Guillermo Ochoa. I watched that game. Some good goals there. It was decent. I thought it was it was proper stale. I was thinking, mate, are these not gonna mess up? But the man Messi done his thing.
Yeah, that goal was sick goal, man.
I think I liked Enzo's goal. That was paying. I swear that he done like a step over, pushed it out, and just whipped it.
Yeah.
It's nice, man. And then lastly, let's talk about. God damn, there's a lot going on there. It's not even lastly either. So let's go into this. Morocco and Costa Rica drum up shock wins against Belgium and Japan, respectively. Riots have broken out in several Belgium and Dutch cities after Morocco shocked Belgium by winning 2-0 during a World Cup clash in Qatar. Police arrested about a dozen people after using water cannons and tear gas to disperse crowds in Brussels and held 8 more in the northern city of Antwerp. 2 police officials were injured in the Dutch port city of Rotterdam, where riot officers tackled a group of 500 football supporters who pelted police with fireworks and glass. Disturbances were also reported in Amsterdam and The Hague. The whites couldn't take it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, you know. They couldn't take it, man.
They went crazy, boy.
Yep.
Listen, Belgium are not out of this World Cup yet, but Sunday's shock defeat by Morocco posed more questions about their Asian team. Even boss Roberto Martinez admitted himself they have big problems. For starters, 2 of their famed golden generation are only bit part players in Qatar, while another, Kevin De Bruyne, is not just struggling for form, but has seemingly written off his side's chances of lifting the trophy. While De Bruyne tells Eden Hazard was only able to play an hour here before being replaced to avoid entering what Martinez calls the red zone of risking yet another injury. Key striker and Belgium's record goal scorer Romelu Lukaku is also only ready for cameo appearances after his long-standing thigh injury. More serious issues, though, appear to lie in the team's mindset than in the treatment room. While victory over Croatia on Thursday will still send them into the last 16, Martinez admitted his side are currently playing like they are afraid to lose rather than being ready to win. Damn, they are damn bad.
Yeah.
This rate doesn't sound like they're even going to make it out of the group. Who's the last game against?
Ooh, let me double check.
Did you watch that Moroccan game?
No, I didn't. I was seeing them like commentate about it, and they were just saying that the Belgium just looks old.
Morocco played good.
Ziyech and Hakimi and them, man, it was on smoke, I'm hearing.
Yeah, and what was that? The left winger, Buffon?
Buffal. One that was at Southampton.
Nice.
He's different, you know.
Nice.
He's got 5-star skills on FIFA. Don't sleep on Buffal. Problem. I'm pissed I missed that one. It sounded like it was all right. But yeah. And then, what are we saying? Can Ghana and Cameroon get wins today against Korea Republic and Serbia, respectively? What do you think, guys?
I think so, man. I mean, Cameroon's up already. I'm praying Ghana can do it, man. But yeah,
you know,
I think they can do it.
Let me see the time of these games because I don't have anything to do until I got to do non-behaviour this evening, so I can watch some football. Will I get any of these games in? I haven't seen none of the African nations play. Ghana, Korea Republic. I think I can catch that.
1 o'clock.
I'm missing Cameroon now. Cameroon are winning 1-0, apparently. But I can watch Ghana, Korea Republic. I've got a few things to do, but I should be able to multitask all down at the same time. For anybody who cares, the games, Cameroon versus Serbia is on now. Korea Republic will be facing Ghana at 1 p.m. Brazil versus Switzerland is at 4 p.m. and Portugal versus Uruguay is at 7 o'clock. Yeah, that's about it for our thing. Shall I give do you want to run down of the weekend results?
Yeah, I could do a quick one. Yeah.
Because we wouldn't have been here from Friday, England and United States and that. That was rubbish. That was boring. They had high hopes after they put 6 past Iran, and then I saw that United States game and I thought, nah, these men don't stand a chance. They're whack. So, okay, I'm just going to run through these weekend results quickly. It's jam-packed. There was a lot of games going on. So on Friday, as you know, Wales lost 2-0 to Iran. Qatar lost 3-1 to Senegal. Ecuador and Netherlands drew 1-1, and England and United States had a ball draw that was 0-0. Then on Saturday, as we spoke about, Argentina beat Mexico 2-1. France beat Denmark 2-1. It was 2 goals from Mbappe, right? Yep, saw those. The boys doing his thing. Poland beat Saudi Arabia 2-0. And Australia lost 1-0. Beat Tunisia 1-0. And then yesterday's games, what we spoke about again, Spain and Germany. That was a decent game, actually, but I wasn't paying attention. But it was 1-1. Croatia absolutely battered Canada 4-1. That was crazy. I see the Canadian boys going mad on the celebration. I thought they won the game. When I looked, I said, oh my God, consolation.
You understand how they mashed up Canada.
Was it bad?
Clinical.
Done them dirty.
Clinical.
I didn't see it. I just see them boys going crazy. I thought they won the match. They just got battered. It's mad. And again, as referred to earlier, Belgium got beat 2-0 by Morocco, and Costa Rica beat Japan 1-0. That game was mad. I don't know why I was watching that game, but I was watching it here, and it was a bit boring, a bit dry. And then Japan were coming into the game. Yeah, Japan were coming into the game, and then it just looked like, okay, cool. Yeah. If anybody's gonna score, it's gonna be Japan. Then against the run of play, I man just quick break of play. Good goal. We whipped it. Our keeper should have done better. He got a hand to it, and it still went in.
Yeah, it was at full stretch, no?
Yeah, full stretch. Whipped it, left peg into the top corner. Oh man, that was a sad result. I'm saying, boy, that's what the game's all about, man. You don't even know. But I'm kind of over these group stages. I want to get into the last 16s and that now, so we can get into the business end, to the real football. You get me?
Seeing England and USA, are you going to change your mind about England?
I can't change my mind about England. If they're in the team, if they're in the tournament, I'm gonna try and support them. But I don't think they're gonna win it though. I still think Brazil, even though Neymar looks like he's not gonna kick a ball. Again, his foot's swollen. He looks like he's got elephantitis. Damn. Yeah, he's cooked. But I still would think Brazil. Spain look good as well. But come on, England. Maybe they could play better against better opposition. Maybe it will raise their level. I'm on the mindset that they're going to go and lose to Wales. These fucking idiots. I think they're going to go and lose to Wales and come out of the tournament. That's just, I don't know. I just see it. From when I saw that game and it finished 0-0 and I saw the way they was playing, I was saying on the live, I was like, you know these fucking idiots are going to go and lose to Wales, innit? Pieces of shit.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Huh?
I don't think so. In USA, it was like an unknown enemy, right? And each man was there hustling and harrying. I don't think Wales is going to be doing that. Plus, Wales is like a neighbour, innit? And there's more at stake losing to Wales than losing to.
We'll see. If they play like that, he's got to switch it up. He's got to change that squad up. He's got to bring in maybe Foden or Rashford, or he's got to change it up, man. But no, man. We'll see, man. Well, let's get into our next segment. Done out here.
So before we move on, there's a young man in the comment section who said he's been cooked on socials for the last 2 days for something that he's done on TikTok. I found the link.
Okay.
Put headphones on. Thank you.
Before that, as you're doing that, Brent, the last game, Belgium, they're playing Croatia.
Huh?
They're playing Croatia in the last game, Belgium.
They're playing Croatia?
Yeah.
I can't hear nothing from these headphones.
Is it the same one?
Oh, yeah, I think, yeah.
Use the other one.
Yeah, I think that's broke.
Use this one.
So where am I looking?
Well,
Should I watch it live?
Yeah, but you're gonna hear that late. Anyway, just listen. Just listen.
Oh, just listen.
I think it's dialogue as well as him in his car.
All right, go on.
Having a conversation with my friend, and I realised something. The point of female friends is mad pointless to me. Hear me out. The reason why is because the moment that I get a woman, like a serious woman, I'm not going to need them. And I say that to say this. Obviously, it's not a situation where I'm using my female friends, because that is not the case. If anybody thinks that, it's very silly. But being around them is going to make my girl uncomfortable. And I'm not going to marry my female friends. Also, I don't see myself being friends with them when I'm like 40 odd. I don't see the use for them. Obviously, like my male friends, my man them, yeah, of course I've got use for them and need them in my life. My whole life, ideally. But all my female friends are someone else's wife, to be fair. Listen.
You know what it is, yeah? Because a lot of girls do this. I swear Esther even said she done this the other day, yeah. When she got a male best friend, then he gets into a relationship, then they take a step back and they change the dynamics of the relationship. So kind of what he's speaking to is kind of true, because you don't do it yourself. If you had a male bestie and you was, bestie this, bestie that, then you got a girlfriend, you're going to step back. No,
but it's about managing your friendships. The way he's saying it is like, if he gets a girl, he's ditching his friends to the curb. And your friendship wasn't authentic in the first place. I'm so sorry, but I have close male friends and I've been in a relationship. And my relationship with my male friends, I didn't kick them to the curb. We still had a friendship. Obviously, boundaries were put in place, but it's not to say that I don't need them. And you know why you're dumb as well? Because think about it, yeah. Not to say that you're not going to be with your partner forever, and I'm not wishing that you and your partner are not together. But if you kick your friends to the curb and then your relationship doesn't work, are you now going to call your Benjamin back and be like, oh, hey sis, I know I kind of kicked you to the curb and I didn't need you because I got a girlfriend, but now I'm single now. Fuck off.
But I think he's talking about marriage though, because that's why he was saying, I'm not going to marry them.
To me, it's still like, I don't see why the friendships I have is not because I'm useful. I think it's the way he was saying it in terms of being useful and stuff. I was getting offended. I was thinking, what do you mean I don't need them? They're of no use to me anymore. Do you understand what I mean? Like, you've only got them in your life, and you saying, oh, I'm not using them. You are. Like, there's no other way to put it based on how you're explaining it.
Are you shocked that man like Kevin's in the chat talking about, yeah, he's 100% right.
Of course.
Female friends don't have no use.
You lot just don't know how to. You don't know how to not think with your dick. I'm sorry, because I don't understand why you can't have.
Have we got a caller?
Yep.
You can't have female friends.
Hello, caller.
Yo, morning. What's going on?
Morning. Who's speaking, man?
Nah, my name's Roy. I didn't make the video.
No.
You ain't grilling me today.
Because I'm ready for you.
Nah. I'm on Gina's side. I ain't gonna lie. My man has to grow up still.
It's very. Do you know what the first question I wanted to ask was? How old are you? Because it sounded very immature, in my opinion.
Yeah, I get the whole. I think maybe because where I'm in life, I've gone through that phase of had the female friends, messed with a female friend. And then I realized, but I done that when I was young, like uni times. And then I realized, you know what? This is childish. I either have people I'm acquaintances with, but if you're my actual friend, we're not crossing that line. That's my thing. If we're actually friends, we ain't crossing that line. So it's either, I think people use the friend term loosely. So, because for me, I've got female friends, they hold me down. If anything, they help me better with girls than the man them do a lot of the time. And that's what I think a lot of men don't realize. Listen, female friends are some of the best wingmen ever.
Facts.
Have you ever gone to a party with a lame female friend? Listen, you see when babes think that that's your girl, yeah? Then the babes start getting competitive, and then your female friend goes to them, hey, nah, that's not even my boy like that. You can move to him. What? Hey, listen. Your female friend turned into Iniesta. But
yeah, this guy just sounds like he's not cultivating his relationships properly.
Yeah.
Because even saying
he needs to grow up.
When he's saying at 40, like, why am I going to need you?
Why am I going to need you at 40? It's so mind blowing. Like, how in your head do you feel like, oh, as soon as I get to 40, I don't need female friends anymore? Make it make sense. I'm sorry. Your friendships are not genuine.
Boundaries need, exactly. I think boundaries need to be put there in general. But like, I think, but that's just with any relationship, because even with your boys, there's still going to be boundaries of like, yo, I'm with my girl, I can't go to this, that, and the third, or, you know, the ones you're going to, your boys got the link to the freakums party, and you know that, hey, rude boy, I can't go to that because, you know, Mrs. on the phone, relax. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's that Kevin Hart joke? Like, man, I am hungry. Do you get what I'm saying? There's appropriateness to friendships in general, but then not speaking to all guys, but I think some guys just know themselves, and fair enough. If you just can't have female mates, then fair enough. But some of you, yeah, act like you got with some pretty girls before, because this is nuts. I don't know how every single girl that you speak to, you must have like the urge to like do something inappropriate. Don't get me wrong. I've definitely got female friends. However,
You
I'm
make sure,
also
you
at the
make sure
point
they're
where it's
ugly.
just like, no, not even that. They can be lame, but it's not every day that you have to move to every single person. And sometimes it's a weird one. I also think it depends on sex appeal, because I remember I've got a friend who he went primary school with a girl, and then they've grown up. His female friend from primary school, like all the men think they're lame, but to him it's just like, nah, that's just my mate. Like he just doesn't, he can't see it because that's who he's grown up with. Do you get what I'm saying? And then my thing is just like how some guys don't have that discernment. Just be like, yo, that's just my friend. For me, that's crazy. You need to grow up. I can't lie. That's nuts. That means that every single girl that's not your cousin, you're just gonna try bone. And if that's the case, then fair enough. I don't call them your friends. Then they're acquaintances. If that's actually your friend, I think once you get past a certain age, like grow up, bro. You can't just be trying to beat everything out here. Have some discipline, bro. So respect your dick. Pardon me, but that's just my thing on that. Yeah, that is because what that guy said. You know what is there's a few callers that's been calling in the last few weeks. Yeah, I'm just like, what? So no one's got genuine female friends. Like, grow up, bro. Like, and that's my thing. And like I said, there's a treat code, because if your female friends is lame, they bring around other lame female friends, and those are the ones you can go for. That's all I'm saying.
I know there's lots of people that's got mixed friendship groups, or whatever. Yeah, but I think it's common that like men are more friendly with men and women are more friendly with women. Ain't that like normal? Like,
No,
ain't that what you would expect?
Yeah, but I think, do you know what it is? It sounds like he's basically made it clear that like his female friends are only there to serve a purpose, right? And once he gets his partner, they no longer fulfill that purpose. But my thing is like, if I was your friend, if I was your female friend and you dropped me out because you got a wife, I'd be so offended, because you were basically
that
using
means
me.
you're trying to move to it in the future.
Like,
that means that you was planning to move to maybe at a later point.
I'm not even seeing it as even the moving to me thing. I'm just seeing it as like, so what was our friendship based on? Like the use that you, like what you could get from me. Do you understand what I mean? Like that's where the offense comes from. Like I'm not here just to fulfill your needs and be like a placeholder until your wife comes. That's not my role. Do you understand what I mean? If it's a friendship for me, it's genuine. Do you understand what I mean? And it's a two-way thing. So I think that's why I'm more like pissed off about it, because it's like, hold on a minute. So you want me to be that and think about it, if you're talking about fulfilling the roles of a wife, because now you've got your wife, I'm seeing it as, okay, cool. Is it stuff like cooking for you? Or if you need like a female opinion, or like, do you know what I mean? Like I'm just even thinking like, what wifely duties would you get your friend to do like in the meantime? It's stuff like that, like cooking, like, you know, like the female touches.
Yeah.
But I'm doing that for you. If I'm doing that for you, it's genuinely because you're my friend, not because I see you as my husband, or I'm trying to fulfill that role as a wife. Do you understand what I mean? It's just genuinely how I am.
Roy, thank you very much for calling in.
But yeah.
No worries. Love as always. Love the show. Keep it up.
Appreciate it, man. We got to get into this because it's 5 to 11.
The guy wants to call in.
What guy?
The offender.
I ain't got my phone. I got things to do. All right, call in, offender.
Can he defend himself?
Nah, man. I ain't trying to hear it.
All right, call in.
Move.
Call in, please.
Yeah. All right, you can continue to donut here.
Well, if you don't call him and I'll finish it.
No. I'm going to press the slide, and then by the time this particular delay comes in, you get it, and then we call in.
All right, go on.
Boom.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Bye.
Basically, what that guy was saying that called in earlier, on talking about growing up and being immature and so on, like, you just need to allow it, because if I'm gonna be completely honest with you, just the way I've grown up and that, I don't need female friends. Now, I'm not saying that to say that they're useless, because I'm sure they have uses to other people, but for me personally, in my experiences when it comes to dating women and having female friends, it makes the women uncomfortable. Now, for me personally, I'm not uncomfortable with my girl having male friends, but I can't say the same the other side. Do you get what I'm saying? So once I put that into perspective, I was thinking, you know what? When I'm 40 odd, I don't really see myself being friends with women. If anything, I may introduce them to my woman and then take a back seat in that friendship. It's not to say that, I'm trying to cut them off or burn their bridge completely. But it's just for me, I just like peace. I ain't got time for people to be doing stuff like that. I can't even.
French, fuck off.
I ain't got time for people to be doing stuff that I can't detect, because women seem to know certain things about women that I can't see. If that makes sense.
Can I be honest?
Do you know examples, even any of these, of people that I say like, I don't know, middle-aged, 40, 45, like men and women that are friends, that are meet up, that are not acquaintances, if that makes sense, that's outside of like work or...
They're actually friends?
That outside of like work and business or anything like that, kids knowing each other, just for them to purely that link up and just do friends shit.
My mum has male friends.
That both attractive?
Huh?
That are both attractive as well.
I mean, I don't look at uncle and think he's attractive, so honestly, I can't even thingy. But my mum has male friends that she has as bedrooms. Do you know what I mean?
But what do they do in their spare time?
Like come to the house, or she'll go there, or they'll chill, or they'll go out to eat. Like, do you get what I mean? Like,
your mother isn't.
My mum's not what?
She's kind of single.
She's what kind of single?
She's not with.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, they got to be it's got to be in someone that's in a relationship. A 45-year-old married man that will leave and go and link another woman. That's not because of work or because any other kind of commitment. That's purely because they want to see each other and spend time together. Is there a lot of examples of that kind of stuff happening?
I don't know. I don't have any.
Does it sound like there is?
Exactly. So
if you think about it, just
for
stability in people's relationships, does it sound like that stuff happens? Really?
Maybe not.
Because it did sound a bit crazy, you were saying, but as he's talking, he's giving himself. I'm kind of, I hear where he's coming from. Like, if that makes sense, he's saying I'm not even going to push the person on. Maybe the my friend and my wife.
Yeah, but see, no, hold on.
And they're going to do their thing.
See, that makes more sense though. When you explain it like that, that makes sense. But when you're talking about, I'm not even going to need them. I'm going to throw, like, you're making it sound as if you're going to throw away your female friendships in the bin. That's what it sounds like. Do you get what I mean?
No, I said that. I said what I'm gonna do with my female friends. Like, I'll take a back seat in that friendship because it's gonna make my girl more comfortable. It'll make me more comfortable, and I won't have to worry about certain things going undetected by me. Because, as I said before, there's certain things that women do. Women are sly. Like, I remember when I was in a relationship beforehand, and I had a female friend that was calling me. Like, she kept calling me one time, and I'm thinking, I don't really want to pick up this phone call because usually when we're on the phone we talk for a while. So I just sent her a text like, I'm busy. But then from there, it looked the type of way. You get what I'm saying? But if it was my boy that called me, there would be no issue. So for me personally, I see that there's so much like issues that or like undertones of like, I can't explain it, but there's like subtle hints of, he might be cheating or something when it comes to women and female friends that I don't have time for in my life.
The thing is, I get that, yeah. I think maybe it's because you said something earlier about how you wouldn't be comfortable with your female friend having male friends. So I get that.
No, I didn't.
Oh, he said he would. He said he would be comfortable.
You would?
Yeah, he said he would be comfortable. He said it would be cool.
Oh.
I don't mind I don't mind my woman having male friends because I know what I bring to the table. I know my value in it. But with my woman now, I know that 9 times out of 10 they're gonna be uncomfortable, and if they say they're not, they're just lying.
No, but then doesn't that speak to the kind of woman that you're with though? Because again, with me, I've got no issues with my partner having a female friend or having female friends. I never did have issues with that. Do you understand what I mean? Maybe that's again similar to you. I know what I bring and I'm confident in myself. Do you understand what I mean? So I think it speaks to the person and their insecurities.
No, but some people will think that's like I could have say like. I could be flirtatious in it. So I get a FaceTime from you where I'm talking, it's our friendship, I'm flirting, I'm boom, 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 yeah. If I've got a girlfriend and you call me, you FaceTime me, yeah, it's not going to be the same. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, and you're saying like, oh, well, why would you want to do that? Because then if I start flirting with you, even if it's just a normal harmless shit that I'm doing, they're going to look at it as I'm disrespecting you. Yeah. Like, you're being disrespectful in front of your girl because you don't need to move like that. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But then it's like, so if you tone it down and then you move different, then then there's undertones there. Like, what conversation are you having that you can't have in front of me? Why do you need to tone it down? Where? And then you start thinking that there's problems there and creating stuff that there's not. There's the problem is not there. So the best thing might be to do is not answer this FaceTime. You know what I'm trying to say? If it's my brethren, if it's a guy, I think there's more unspoken rules. They understand that obviously there's inappropriate conversations I'm going to have with my friends as well. We're not flirting or whatever, but I'm in a relationship. I could be having inappropriate conversations that I shouldn't be having because I'm not a single man with my brethren. But then if I answer that FaceTime and I'm like, yo, where you? I'm sitting with my gal. That's sorted already. Then.
Yeah, but then I feel like you could have that same conversation with your female friend if you call.
No, because if I said, oh yeah, I'm just at home with my girl, and then you're like, oh, all right, cool, and then you know that we might remember it's harmless, but you know we could do flirty or inappropriate conversation. You're gonna say, oh, okay, cool, you know what? I'll shout you back. I'll shut it down. That creates problems again. Why is she going for? What conversation can't you have?
No, because if your female friend was smart, she'd then be like, hi, so and so, how are you? Like. I don't know, man. Maybe it's the girls you lot are dating. Because maybe it's because with me, I've got loads of male friends in it, and my male friends have been in relationships, and I've managed to navigate all of them fine. Do you understand what I mean? Because one, I understand boundaries, and like me and my male, we just know. Do you understand what I mean? So I've never been in those situations. So I don't know, man. Maybe I'm an anomaly. I don't know.
As this is the problem with people that are speaking from outside of the house. They don't know what's going on inside. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know what conversations happening in their relationship about you. You just think that everything's calm because that's what they're presenting to you. And I'm saying, from a personal experience, there's problems. Yeah, I don't reveal them to my female friends, nope. But I'm just saying, I want to draw a line in the sand, which is why I posted a video of when I get old, I'm probably not going to want to be around any of you. And it's not to say that.
No, I'm not going to lie. If I was your friend and I saw that video, we're not friends anymore. Facts.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. The thing is, I don't mind because, as I said, I've already made this decision. So it doesn't bother me if you want to cut me off now because it's probably going to happen in I'm 26. So it's probably going to happen in 14 years anyway. But my point is, I don't see the use of having female friends, like when you speak about how they're useful to me, like the last guy that called, he probably has no game, which is why he's saying, I need female friends to help me get women. I don't need female friends to help me get women. You know what I'm saying? So
I'm not gonna lie, man. You said your piece, man. You broke it down. You sounded crazier before when we just heard the video. With a bit of context, there's some people who can hear you.
Yeah, with a bit of context, but also what people fail to realize in that video is I'm saying that I'm going to prioritize my wife's comfort over my friends.
It's true though.
I don't see the problem with that. But people have a problem with it. These times, wouldn't they want that from their man? Or wouldn't they want that in their relationship? I don't understand. So.
Don't let no one destroy your peace, man. Whatever's going to work for you, just let it work for you. You get me?
On 100.
Thanks for calling up, though, man.
Thank you, man. Cool.
Yes. Have a good one, man.
Man said, I'm probably not going to be seeing you lot when I get on. I said, all my female friends, just going to let you lot know. Probably ain't going to be seeing you lot when man's older still.
I think it's more so, just the way he conveyed his message in that video, man. That just made people feel some type of way. Because like you said, like what he's saying essentially is, I'm just going to prioritize my wife over my friends. And all my previous experiences have showed me that every time I've been in a relationship, there's been issues between that woman and my friends. And long term, I don't want that, especially if I'm marrying this woman. I've got kids with this woman.
And what he said, even though it might not necessarily work like that, like in an ideal world, in his brain, what he's saying is like, my female friend and my partner are gonna connect on that female level and advance their relationship, and I'll still be involved in both their lives, but maybe just let them do their gal thing, which is
that's true.
That's the best and smartest thing he said. Personally,
which in obviously it might not always work like that, but in an ideal world, that's what you would want, innit?
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm trying to say, like, so it would be cool. It would work. It would, from a woman's point of view, if you had a boy best friend and you introduced him to your partner, and them two got along so well that they was doing bromance thing, you let them and their relationship advance to do what they're doing, and you find your place in it, innit? Like,
100%.
So when he said that, I said, okay, cool. Maybe he's onto something. He's not just being an idiot. You get me? Each to their own, innit? So whatever's gonna work for him is gonna work for him. Can't knock it.
Yeah.
We gotta go, people. Today's done out here. Cause Gina said something earlier about when we was talking about the dilemma about the snitching and the when you said
You're gonna make it my man.
nah, you said to make something up, and you was like, I hate people like that. You get me? There's a girl here, Chelsea Orton, 22-year-old, yeah. Warwick Crown Court judge. I don't know who's done that here, the girl or the judge. We have been let down. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because this bird should be in jail because she has been making forced rape claims. This is horrible. She's been making forced rape claims. I don't know why she done this. She was even blackmailing the man. She was blackmailing the man, making the man give her a peas and thing, saying like, rah, like, if you don't give me money, I'm going to tell them you raped me, rah, 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 rah. And he was doing it. And like, it's not like a, what's the word I'm looking for? This ain't like a complex, sophisticated organisation. I think she might have got like 60 quid from him or something.
Change.
Yeah, she got like 60 quid. I don't know if she was looking at McDonald's or like fags or what. But you get what I'm trying to say? Like, but it wasn't highly organised crime, you get me? Like, but she, the guy told someone about it and they were like, nah, you know what? You got to tell the police. So he went to the police. He told them this girl's blackmailing me. And I think she went to the police afterwards, yeah, and said this guy's raping me. And then the police even investigated the rape first before the blackmail, which I don't know would probably make sense, but the rape came after. I don't know anyway. But she got some kind of preferential treatment. And then they've done their due diligence and they come to find out no rapes have been taking place. But I'm upset that she hasn't gone to prison.
What did she get?
She got an 18 months suspended sentence and she has to pay compensation. What's the compensation she has to pay, people? You got it. £200.
To the guy.
Huh? She got to pay £200 to the brother. That would piss me off.
That is cheeky.
I didn't have a zero at least. Like this guy has been putting my life through hell, like chatting shit, putting my reputation into disrepute and dragging my name through the mud and and all I'm gonna get is a little £200.
It's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
It's ridiculous.
You should have added at least 1 or 2 more zeros to that. You get what I'm trying to say? Like just for his time. Like, come on, man. And she should be in jail. And this girl, she's a fag smoker. She got blue hair. She got nothing to lose. I'm not judging her. I'm just saying. If you see this girl and the way she presents, you can see she ain't got nothing to lose.
Serious.
Yeah, she looks actually straight out of Benefit Britain. Boozy Britain. Listen, this girl is down bad. She's horrible. But the judges, you got to be better, man, because we got to put things in place to stop people from doing this kind of shit. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you can't be doing all this fake crying wolf thing and serious stuff. There's people out here that are really going through shit. Like, you know what I'm trying to say?
Looks like?
Huh?
Is it what she looks like?
What, is this the girl with a cigarette in her mouth?
Bloody hell.
Yep.
Yeah, that's her.
Can you show it on this? I can't see.
You look at your chat.
Are you going to put her up?
Yeah.
Good.
She looks like a nasty piece of work, this girl here. Yeah, this is her. This is her. Well, this is what she's doing. She needs to be named and shamed because the judge didn't do his job. You get what I'm trying to say? So Chelsea Orton, 22, from wherever you're from, you are 100% done out here, man. You're a piece of shit. I feel sorry for the guy, man. But we got to change the laws, man. This stuff's got to be punishable by. You should, if you do this, if you make a fake rape claim, yeah, and actually go through with it and go to the police and waste taxpayers' money and police resources and all these things, there should be a minimum jail term.
100%.
Alright?
100%.
Yeah, because this is just wrong.
I personally think whatever the man would have got, you should get. That's what I think.
That's quite fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever his charge would be for whatever his minimum sentence is for his rape.
Yeah,
You
that
should
makes
get
sense. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, because that's the only way it's gonna stop. But she's a nasty piece of work, man. But like I said, if the courts ain't gonna do their job, we here at TDA, we will do our job, and we're gonna put you on blast. We have to let everybody know what kind of human being you are. Chelsea, you're done out here, man. Let's get into our outros.
All right, guys, thank you for tuning into our show. Hope you enjoyed the heat that we brought today. Make sure you're following us on socials, which is the day after TNB. As mentioned before, if you want to send in voice notes, text messages, or call in, the number is 07564 841073. And yeah, that's it from us.
The community. Join the community at community.thenewblack.com. Yeah, man, everything about TDA is going to be in there pretty much. And that's it, really.
You joined yet, Gina? You posted.
Bye, guys.
See you in the morning, people.